I'm Haley from Gallifrey Public Radio, a Doctor Who fandom podcast and part of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're checking out now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting geeky shows at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 413 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, August 9th, 2020. We're in the middle of summer. It's hot out. I don't want to go outside. I really can't go outside and do much because of the virus. Well, I guess I could go outside, but I can't really go and do anything once I'm there, and I don't want to work in my garden. So I'm here on podcasting with you guys because it's air conditioned. I get to sit in a comfortable chair, and I get to hang out with my good internet buddies. Let's start off first with one Mr. Willie D. Nelson. We found our Willie, guys.
I mean, you can go outside. I mean, you just have a chance to, contract it. I mean, you can do all your stuff you want to. Don't wear a mask. I mean, that's...
Sorry, Willie. I had it set up from when you weren't here before, so the video came on and I went, oh, shit.
My knee is now better. I can actually walk now. It has actually gotten much better as of yesterday. It took that long for it to get better. 2 weeks ago, that weekend, I couldn't walk at all. My knee was 3 sizes larger than it is now.
Just like the Grinch's heart.
I did go see the doctor for technically a rheumatologist, and they drained my knee for the first. I've never had anything drained, so that was the first time. It was a little bit weird, and pain was a little bit, but the pressure was most of it. Yeah. But when they drained the one side of my knee, I never had anything drained, so I didn't know to tell them or anything about. But the other side of my knee, apparently that also should have been drained too, because that was still giving me problems. Oh well, I didn't know, and I'm not blaming them either, because they saw the swelling on that one side and can't really tell the swelling on the other side. So I understand. I'm not upset about it, but it went away. It's good. I even called the doctor back. I was like, whatever.
Live and learn.
I'm sure it'll be.
Now we know.
And then you get. Yeah, knowing is half the hassle.
Gee, I know. I don't know. I got nothing.
Hey, who else is here?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're also joined by one Anthony Bachman.
Fuck technology. I hate it.
I don't know. I like technology, man.
He's not wrong.
I think I'm
sometimes.
gonna go read a book on paper today and just turn all this shit off.
Technically, that's technology too.
Yeah, but calling the printing press technology is like calling fire technology at this point. It's that fucking old.
Fire is our best tool.
It was the first advance in technology.
Well, actually, our best tool is probably the knife.
No, bow and arrow. Genghis Khan conquered half the known world because he had the bow and arrow.
It's because Oliver Queen went back in time.
Well, yeah.
Did that really happen in Green Arrow?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
The story I just wrote. It just happened.
Hire us, DC Comics. We've got good shit for you.
Headcanon. It's a thing.
There you go.
Is the DC Fandom event this weekend? I honestly didn't pay enough attention. I just saw that stuff was going on with it.
Yeah. My answer to that is the what?
Fandom.
It's their internet version of Comic-Con. The only reason I really ask is because, and we're not even in News of the Week, this should be some pre-News of the Week, Rocksteady finally announced what their new game is, which is Suicide Squad v Justice League.
Oh, I didn't know that had a second part. I didn't know it was v Justice. I just heard Suicide Squad.
So that's, I don't know if that's been fully exactly said yet, but that's what a bunch of the folks were saying online, is it's a Suicide Squad game where you are trying to take out the Justice League. I'm
just excited to see what they do without just having Batman.
Right.
I want to see what else they can do. Yeah, I've seen Batman. Yeah, I get it.
There won't be Batman. There'll still be Batman in it.
I never said Batman.
DC
you said he had a cape
and
things. Yeah, like Batman. I never said Batman.
DC can't do stuff without Batman in it.
God damn, they really can't.
They did an 8-season show of Arrow all about Batman.
Yeah, pretty much. Even had a Robin.
Couple of them.
Yeah, just like Batman.
Let's see. It's a
Young
24-hour
boy
event.
Let's put you in danger.
I don't remember when it is. Oh, it's on August 22nd, so we've still got a couple weeks.
I mean, don't you throw the word "we" around like I'm gonna watch that.
Well, I just meant we as in collectively as a people.
The royal we.
Yes. I mean, let's be honest, Willie, I'm probably not going to watch it either, but I'll catch the recap after the fact about the things I care about because it's a 24-hour event. So I am not going to dedicate 24 hours to watching a bunch of DC content where I then go, why is that not coming to HBO Max? It's only going to the DC Universe app. Screw you guys. I hate you.
I wish they would stop separating. Either put them together or don't. To figure this shit out.
They only do it part way because now we have Harley Quinn on HBO Max as well.
Wait,
is that the animated show?
Yeah.
You mean DC shooting itself in the foot again?
Yeah, well.
What?
I honestly think... I think they're just trying to milk the last few bucks out of the DC Universe app before they fold it into HBO Max. That's my thought. Now, bear in mind also, pretty much everyone that was running the HBO Max side of the house, Warner did a clean out on, so there's a whole bunch of new managers and stuff coming in, so God knows what's going to happen next, but, yeah.
I mean, I do have 2 points here. I watched Doom Patrol on HBO Max, and I love Doom Patrol. I want to try Titans out. Don't think I'll like it a whole lot, but I just want to try it out. I'm curious about it, but I can't. Why is it not on HBO Max? You tell me, because I don't know.
If you're not opposed to spending $10 on it, you can get it. Best Buy is doing like a 2 for $20 Blu-ray season combo sets or whatever. One of which is Teen Titans that you can get. So it'd be Teen Titans and another show you can get for $20.
Teen Titans has not showed me enough to make me want to purchase it.
I think it's just Titans. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Teen Titans is a cartoon. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify in case anyone was listening to me going, that cartoon's awesome. You should watch it. Yes, it is.
Or you could watch the movie Teen Titans Go because fucking Nick Cage is finally Superman. That's the reason. But another point I have is like, I know I'm in the minority in this, and you're part of the problem. I want to see the Snyder cut of Justice League.
You are part of the problem.
Yeah.
I think he deserves to have a chance to have his movie shown.
That's
especially
fair.
For what happened. Like he should get like a second chance to do it.
But you also shouldn't be rewarding those people that were toxic assholes on the internet to try and make it happen.
Oh, I never really saw any of that.
What makes it problematic.
Yeah, that's what's problematic about it, is they caved to a toxic fan base element, similar to what you've seen happen in some of the Star Wars side of the house.
Chris.
Yes.
It's the internet. There's assholes.
Fair. You're not wrong. I don't think it's necessarily bad that he gets a chance to tell his story. I just hope, and I know it won't be the case, that they'll also be able to admit that it sucks when it comes out because Zack Snyder doesn't know how to make movies with Superman in it.
It doesn't matter how bad it is. It will be touted as the best thing ever.
Yeah. To which case, I will say, I raise you the Russo brothers that haven't made a bad Marvel movie yet.
I mean, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, seeing all of it. Plus, I don't know who was in charge of it, Zack Snyder or Joss Whedon when Justice League came out. There was one scene in Justice League that I really liked.
Well, if it was funny, it was Joss Whedon. If it wasn't funny, it was Zack Snyder.
Well, then I guess it was Zack Snyder because it's the one where Superman, they resurrect him, and he's in front of that the memorial, and he starts fighting him like he's all like little discombobulated, which and then that one part where Flash starts running, and then you just see Henry Cavill's eyes just start looking at him, and his head starts turning. It's like that scene was good. I like that, especially that moment right there when Flash's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah. I agree with Draftsman in the chat room, though. I'd much rather see the Joel Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, which there are rumblings that it may happen.
Yeah.
Wait. That is the Joel Schumacher version. What are you talking about?
No.
We're talking about a director's cut where there's a 3-hour, much darker version of Batman Forever that he did originally that the studio then cut down to the theatrical cut.
Hold on a second. You're trying to use the word Joel Schumacher and dark in the same sense. I don't see that.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's why it's like it sounds awesome.
That's why I want to see it.
Are you saying originally Joel Schumacher tried to mimic Tim Burton?
It wasn't quite that darkness, but it was.
Remember, Joel Schumacher's the guy that did Lost Boys.
Oh,
he doesn't mimic shit. Yeah. He's a great fucking director. They just ended up focusing on the nipples and neon.
Well, although when I heard him describe why it had nipples, I was like, all right, I can understand. That's still stupid, but I understand why he did it. He modeled it like he wanted the suit to be modeled after like Greek statues, which nipples, I understood it. I was like, all right, I get it. I don't know if I agree with it, but at least I understand it, which is, mostly what you need for an argument, right?
I would much rather see that because I'm more interested to see what was done there. I mean, okay, Justice League. I like a lot of the actors that are in it. I like a lot of them. I just didn't particularly care for the movie that much.
I still wish. I mean, nothing against Gal Gadot. I just wish Wonder Woman just looked stronger. You know, like
She
more
looks
muscle
plenty
mass.
strong to me at this point in time.
That's
I
just wish
ate my
someone
words
was
on that original
stronger
criticism
than
when
me.
Wonder Woman came out, and I went, okay, no, I was wrong.
But it's the same thing as Superman. Wonder Woman's magic.
Oh,
yeah.
She doesn't need to have muscle mass to be strong. Superman should look like Christopher Reeves. He doesn't need to look. I love the fact that Henry Cavill's fucking jacked. Like, it's awesome. He looks badass, but Superman gets his power from the sun, not from fucking lifting
I
weights.
agree with you. Yeah, I
Like,
agree
it
with you.
doesn't make sense that Superman has to be jacked.
Yeah, I said that part. too.
Henry Cavill's more jacked as Geralt of Rivia than he is as
I was about
Kal-El
to say.
Krypton.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah.
he's jacked as Superman, but he's
Yeah.
not Witcher jacked.
Yeah. Or
He just kept getting bigger.
Or Henry Cavill builds a PC jacked. Did you guys see that
No.
Instagram video?
Yeah,
No idea what you're talking
I watched the whole thing. He built himself a gaming PC, and you're just watching him like turning screws with like the world's largest forearms. He's just
That movie
Yeah,
made
it's
me
a
question
video
my
of him putting
sexuality.
together
Excuse me. That show made me question my sexuality 3 times as he was building that PC.
yeah. It was
I'm
a
sorry.
great video.
He questioned my sexuality. I'm sorry when he had that mustache in Mission Impossible. Not gonna
and,
lie.
and then when he cocked his arms to get in a fist
Yeah,
fight.
when he reloaded his arms.
hey, it was visually interesting.
It was.
To see. Like it
I'll be
added some
honest.
movement to it and everything. Like
When he
like
reloaded his
something
arms,
like,
I got a little wet.
It got a little rhythm for it. To boom, boom, little pre-cum came out.
Yeah, look. I am a straight man, but I can admit that Henry Cavill is an attractive man. The dude
hell
is
yeah.
jacked.
Henry Cavill's
The
gorgeous.
dude looks good, and the dude is, by all accounts, a pretty cool guy.
I've never had a problem. Like maybe when I was younger, but I never had a like now when I'm in my parents' stuff. I've never had a problem with like say, oh, that dude's handsome, man.
Yeah,
I've never had a
exactly.
problem saying that.
Exactly.
Well, it's
I'm
a
not-
little.
I'm
harder
not
when
sexually
you're young.
attracted to him,
Yeah.
like literally, but I mean, yeah, he's an attractive guy. Like I can see why people would say, hey, he's sexy.
exactly.
Yeah,
Some
the
people I
video
don't-
Chris is talking about, Henry Cavill put together what has to be like a $10,000 home.
I don't think it was that much. I think it was only like $2 or $3 grand.
Well, because it looked like it's one of the ones that's got like the liquid cooling and shit, and like he's like building the whole thing on video, and it's awesome. And you see him like
have the chroma keyboard.
he puts the whole thing together, and he realizes that part of the display of the temperature of his hard drive is upside down, and like you see him go, "Fuck, it's upside down," and then he takes the damn thing apart and fixes it and puts it back
After he
like it
plays
was a
some
really
games.
cool video.
I have never put together a PC, of course. I mean, because I've never done it. It seems like something that would be easy just to look up how to do, and it'd be like you can do it.
It's
It
not hard.
should
It just
be,
takes time.
But if you get it wrong, you can ruin everything you bought. That's the problem.
And that's where the knowledge, if you have like previous knowledge of like computer, you would know where the troubleshoot. Like you don't have to look up anything. You're like, okay, this ain't where. Okay, I know where I messed up. Like you would know where you messed up because this something ain't working right. That's kind of like working on a car.
Yeah, if you try to put in your if you're actually putting the chip into your motherboard and you bend one of those pins, you might be fucked. Like
the
you have
funniest-
to be careful with
The
some
funniest part of that video, and you should watch it, it's on his Instagram, Willie, is that he does it all to music in the background of Barry White music. And he changes to even slower and sexier Barry White music when he goes to put the processor in. It's like, oops, wrong way, and has to pick up his processor and put it in
Jesus
the right way.
Christ, Henry! My dick can only get so hard before it gets painful, man.
I mean,
great fucking
I was
video.
sitting there, I was like, this is funny. And at the same time, I was like, look, he's building a PC. What's cool about it is the dude's worth millions of dollars. He could go and just buy a pre-built one or something like that. Money's no object. It's the guy likes to play games, so he built himself a PC to continue to play games. That's cool. And for lack of a better term, he's like the common man in that regard, which is a lot of folks like, it's a bit cheaper for me to build my own PC plus the experience of it. So he went and did it, and that was cool.
A little bit for a little foreshadowing for what I'm into and part of my news too. But I was been playing the Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout game. Fucking great game. But I noticed one time after I finished the race, you can spectate the rest of the people. I noticed one of them was an internet celebrity. I was like, holy shit, I'm playing a game with him. I don't respect him anymore, but hell, I used to like him a lot. Game Over Greggy. I was like, holy shit, it is him. Greg Miller, who used to work for IGN and is now on the Kind of Funny
I don't
channel
even know
on
who that
YouTube.
is, sorry.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
When you say celebrity, I think you're lowering
I
the bar
said
there.
internet celebrity.
Yeah, that's like a YouTuber with 4 fucking followers. Like that's a low bar.
Like he was like back when he worked for IGN, he was pretty much the face of IGN. He was on like because of his personality.
Yeah, but that's when I was paying more attention to Adam Sessler of G4/Tech TV.
No. G4 was already canceled by this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any of these names.
Or was doing cops reruns constantly.
Yeah, I miss the old extended play shows from Tech TV.
Remember?
Well, apparently G4's coming back, isn't it?
Some
Like,
kind
they
of
had their
web
little
version,
ad.
web-only version of
Yeah.
it, supposedly. I don't know much about what it's going to be.
You guys, you don't remember that?
What?
Screensavers is
Yeah, I
what
remember
Attack of the
Screensavers.
Show turned into, pretty
Yeah.
much.
And then, that show used to be hosted by like Leo Laporte and a bunch of the guys that went off to
There's
go
like
do
one
their own.
old dude. I can't remember. He was like
Leo
kind of like
Laporte.
one of the main hosts. Oh, that was him. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It's like I see his kind of his face. Although when I try and look back in my memory, I think is what's his name, Jerry from Parks and Rec. Oh,
Yeah, he went-
He kind of looked similar, the white hair.
Yeah, he
kinda
went off
bigger
to go
stuff.
build his own podcast network / empire that made him a bunch of
Well,
money.
that's good.
Leo Laporte.
Oh, that's good. He seemed like an entertaining, but he just wasn't young and with the kids.
I mean, he's an internet creeper, so he's got that going for him.
So let's get what's his name? Who took over for that? Kevin
Kevin
was his
Peralta
last- Yeah, that's it. Was Peralta? That was
or
it.
Pereira.
I think
Yeah,
Pereira,
Peralta
and then
is
before, so
Brooklyn
look at mine.
Nine-Nine. I'm sorry.
Peralta.
Peralta.
Let's get Scary Terry in here.
I love Captain. No, I'd rather have Captain Holt in here
You would, wouldn't you?
with those big, heavy breasts. Captain Holt trying to pretend to be straight was hilarious.
Whoa.
That did just remind me of 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, yeah, like big, heavy sacks of like, I don't know. He said like sandbag.
Yeah, sandbags.
What? Have you ever felt a titty?
I hear I'm gonna be here there. I'm gonna kill myself.
That did remind me of 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I need to watch that again. That's a great fucking movie.
been a while since I've seen it,
I went on
too.
a kick last night rewatching some old stuff.
Well, here you go. Actually, that movie, I never got a chance to see in theaters. All my friends kind of went to go see it without me. Not all at once, but and I was kind of just like left out. So I kind of had a little grudge against it. It's like, well, man, all my friends, I don't know why I wanted to go see it by myself. This is back when I did go see movies by myself because I was a dumbass then.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Go
that's
see
dumb.
movies by yourself is awesome.
Solo movies
now
are the best.
trust me. Now I know.
Well,
now I know. Like,
let
fuck
me
it.
rephrase. Solo movies pre-COVID-19 are the best.
Well, even now, it's even better now.
Was it yet? Now that's the
Well,
only way I'm going to go see this.
now
If I'm the
sol-
only one in the
so
theater.
Solo movie pre-COVID-19 means I went by myself and there were other people in the theater. Solo movie post-COVID-19 means I bought out the whole GD movie theater to sit there by myself.
I'm trying to remember. So 2005. So I'd been out of the Navy for 3 years. So I was back here. I can't remember if I went and saw it in the theater or not. I mean, I know I own 40-Year-Old Virgin. I know I've seen it like 10 times. It's a hilarious movie. I can't remember if I saw it in the theater. I might have actually paid to go see that in the theater.
Since we're on movies, I remember you mentioned this earlier in the week, Chris, but I guess you're not doing the news for the news of the week. I do want to mention it. So the Mulan thing.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Like
yeah, were you going to use
Mulan?
that for your news of the week, or were you going to use it for...
No.
Okay.
I wanted to mention something about it because I think I even said a little bit of it when we were just chatting during the week. So Disney's releasing on Disney Plus, and if you remember back when the pandemic first started to shut down, and it already shut down theaters, Universal released that Trolls movie on video on demand, and the biggest theater chain, AMC, said, "Oh, you're doing that? Well, we're no longer showing Universal movies, which includes Fast and Furious, and I don't know what the fuck else Universal makes. The Universal movies,
and the
monster movie.
seventh try at the Dark Universe.
Yeah, which I mean, I kind of hope they get it right someday. Because I mean, I'm interested in something like that. Why not? But are they going to have the balls to try and do that to Disney for what they're doing?
No.
It's so hilarious. Like, I bet they're like, Disney's doing what? Well, oh shit, it's Disney. We can't do. Well, we did it to Universal,
can't
but then
do it.
they're doing shit.
Yeah.
Like, You're gonna have the balls. You did Universal. Don't fucking back down now. Do something.
Look, it's really hard to take a stand right now when we're in the middle of a pandemic, when it's like we don't even know when theaters will actually be open. Like, I think AMC is supposed to be reopening like August 29th or something like that, but that might be Regal. I can't remember. But regardless, do we really think we're going to hit that date? I don't. I think it's going to push further right.
Theaters were supposed to open up in June or July, weren't they? They were supposed to, but then they got pushed back.
Well, yeah.
I mean, which I'm alright with.
Even if they are open, are you going?
Some people are, but 37% of the country doesn't believe COVID-19 is real or believes it's overblown, so they'll go.
Oh, the release is actually going to be
that number keeps dwindling because they keep dying.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's all fake. The rest of the world's lying just so Trump can win. That's all it is.
Start your 14-day countdown. There's like 100,000 people at surges right now. They'll all be dead in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
or at least some of them.
Who all they get sick with them because they decide to do that. But so, Willie, your point is right about movie theaters, that it's going to keep sliding right. You and I both were agreeing on that.
What do you mean sliding?
The opening date.
Pushing it back.
They'll keep pushing it back.
Oh, okay.
I mean...
Yeah, like Regal, because I know we both had that was Regal Pass we had.
Yeah,
right?
it's the Regal Movie Pass or whatever they call it.
Mm. So I'm guessing it's automatically going to start back like charging you again when they open up, I'm guessing, because they paused it, which I'm glad they did. That was the best thing ever that they could do. They paused it when they shut down the theaters, and they just automatically pause your Regal Pass, your Movie Pass, which is great. Good on them.
You guys didn't have to like go onto your account or anything and
No,
answer an email or nothing. They just stopped charging.
Because I mean, the theaters are closed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, as
awesome.
a responsible company, that's what they should have done. That's good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah, but here's the other thing they need to consider is that a lot of folks, you either had to pay for a year up front or you had to subscribe. The terms of service said you had to subscribe for a year. There's going to be a lot of folks that even though the movie theaters reopen are like, the hell, I'm not going back in there. And they would be smart to give us the option to pause our account until a later date because of COVID-19 concerns.
Do you, with this, when the theaters close down, do you think this is going to extend like at the same time they were down for the year?
Yes. That's what they'd said in their support. I was on their subreddit where they were talking about that.
I was curious.
So in theory, my wife and I prepaid because we bought the Black Friday deal where it was like $79.99 for a year service or something like that.
I got it monthly myself. Yeah. I didn't buy it all at once.
So in theory, it's been shut down for 4.5 months. It should just restart with an extra 4.5 months. Longer. It probably is. I've lost complete track of time.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. It just feels like it's been longer. It feels like it's been like a year almost.
In all seriousness, it very well could be longer. I've literally lost all sense of time right now because I leave my house once or twice a week to go to the grocery store or to run quick errands. I have no idea what is going on in the world anymore. I have no idea what it's like to actually have to wear real pants and shoes anymore, stuff like that, because I just don't.
Well, you shouldn't have anyway, because pants are never an option.
Well, I mean, I don't want to wear my my lazy shorts out to the world because they're pretty gross, just because they're beat up and old.
What do you consider like your lazy shorts? Like gym shorts?
This is a pair of gym shorts that I've had since I was in high school that is just beat to hell. They're super comfortable. So you're talking about
the one particular pair that's in beat up condition. Like, yeah. 'Cause I wear gym shorts out. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't care. I'll wear regular gym shorts out and stuff like that.
Oh, just making sure that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Like
one pair.
Like I mentioned, it was either last week or the week before. I've only put on lace-up shoes once since March because I had to go to the office, so I had to wear regular shoes instead of flip-flops or sandals, stuff like that.
I mean, I do have these one pair of gym shorts I probably shouldn't wear out in public. I say, fuck it, I don't care. I'm wearing underwear underneath them anywhere, boxer briefs. No, my mom's dryer, I don't know if it heats
Willie,
up
are these short shorts?
No,
do you have booty shorts?
No.
Willie's wearing booty shorts.
In the crotch area, because my mom's dryer.
The crotchal region.
I don't have a washer dryer hookup in here, so I have to go to my mom's house to wash my clothes. I have no hookup over here, so I can't do it over here at all. There's not any possibility. But her dryer, for some reason, I've noticed that it burns. Well, even like a shirt's I was like, oh man, I like this shirt, but it has a little couple of holes in it. I think that overheats something. Maybe it's context.
You're running it too hot. It sounds like.
I have no idea, man. But yeah, the dryer did it to my shorts, like right in the crotch area. It has like a couple like holes because of they overheat and it melted. But it's done to my shirts. It's not because it's not me. Don't even look at me like that. Like, oh, you just wore out the crotch area. That didn't make any goddamn sense.
I would never say that much. Willie. I was gonna say. I'm sure you restrain all of those bits so they're not swinging around wildly too.
boxer briefs. It's like a hug for your testicles all day long.
You're not wrong.
It's even like a little pouch for you. I always hated boxers, like straight up boxers, because that little split, like balls on one side or the other, but sometimes it gets stuck in the middle on either side.
Really, no judgment here. I don't mind a good pair of boxer briefs, especially if I'm going to the gym or working outside and stuff like that, because it contains everything, but you still have that freedom of movement.
When people ask you boxers or briefs, I say yes. Boxer briefs.
Yeah.
I'm a boxer briefs constantly. Like, oh my god, I found this one brand. I don't even remember.
We need to
what
get
brand
sponsored by
it's
one
like
of those underwear
silky.
companies.
Oh, there is. What is that one?
Yeah, I
what's
want
that
some
one?
MeUndies.
What was that one that was like the big thing of them was like they're antimicrobial? What was that name? I remember
everyone now says they are.
They sponsor a lot of podcasts before. I can't remember what it was. I don't know if they still do. Joe
know.
Mackel or something like that. I was like Mackel. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Look, I bought me some
Free.
Amazon branded boxers. Pretty comfortable. Amazon has their own company called Good Threads that they make clothes with, and it was like 3 pairs of boxers for $8 on sale. I was like, I'll give these a try.
They don't make it. Sweatshop.
Are they made out of micromodal fiber?
I don't know what all they're made out of. They're pretty comfortable. The only problem is this is the first pair of boxers I've ever bought that didn't have a button on the fly. That's a problem.
Oh well, I mean that once. Yeah. Well, wait. I mean, most of my if I do have a couple boxers, but most of them don't have the button in the front. It's just the hole. Like
all mine have a button on the front.
Woo! I'm out in the world.
Yeah, to prevent that same problem.
Well, don't just go fucking outside and adjust your goddamn boxers.
I don't, but it's still uncomfortable if you're wearing like jeans and things come out and start rubbing against the zipper of your jeans.
Okay, I never really had that problem with them. Like,
Yeah.
But
The zipper's uncomfortable,
briefs,
Willie.
You don't have that problem anyway.
I know. That's why I wear boxer briefs more
get
often.
that shit out. Just a little bit. Just the minimal effort. Maximum. The opposite of Deadpool.
How did we get on
Minimal
this topic? I enjoy
the
it, though.
Just emerging out of the hole. Woo. Hello, world. How are you?
Oh, dear.
That's how your penis talks.
That's how Professor Peniston talks for you, Willie.
Hello, world.
Your penis has a rip-off Mark Hamill Joker voice?
I am free again. No, I wasn't trying to do a Mark Hamill Joker, but I can see the similarities since you said it. I'm not, but don't say that because this is going to make me try and change it to be closer to it. I'm not trying to. It's its own thing, man. It's its own thing.
I'm just getting in your head right now to try and make it happen.
Chris, you've been in my head all week, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even try to say nah.
I try.
Nah.
It's a gift. You know what else is a gift from me to all of you? The news of the week.
Button pressing.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet, it's the news of the week.
Welcome, everyone, to the news of the week. It's that part of the show where we run down what is in our minds some of the most interesting geeky and or nerdy news to have popped up here in the last week, maybe a little bit more, and share it with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date, and often provide some editorial comments because we've never really been known to withhold our thoughts and opinions on a variety of topics. I'm not wrong.
We have opinions.
We have some opinions. Should I start with my opinions first?
Yes.
Do our opinions matter?
I mean, my wife pretends like she cares about my opinion.
To anybody watching this show, apparently.
All 3 of you that ever watch.
I'm sorry. No. We're background noise for them while they're doing some probably Sunday morning cleaning.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it too. I'm not beneath taking that.
And if you want to help support us in this endeavor, go to patreon.com/we don't actually have one yet.
That's a weird backslash.
Yeah, yes. Because, God damn it, Willie.
I'm sure it's probably already taken too.
Oh, I'm sure it is also.
But even though it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
So,
hey, news.
Yeah, news. Let me start with my news. You guys probably already know what's coming, which is, hey, Marvel's Avengers, there's a beta this weekend, but more importantly, there's some news about it that came out this past week, and Willie, you've got a smirk on your face. Are you prepared?
I'm so excited for you to talk about this because you were so angry, and I'm sorry. I mean, it doesn't affect me, and I don't really... I mean, I don't have really an opinion on it one way. I know it sucks, but I can't be that angry because it doesn't
Willie,
affect me.
My anger would be there regardless of whatever system I got the game for.
I gotcha. It's just
let me say that full disclosure. What I'm about to say is something that is a negative for non-PS4 gamers of the Avengers game. Let's just leave it that way, and then we'll get into the news story.
not even exclusive to consoles, but PC as well.
Correct.
Fuck you.
Correct.
We'll get to you can tell.
We'll
I'm
get to
sorry
it.
to get ahead. We're jumping the train.
So this week, Crystal Dynamics' Jeff Adams revealed that Spider-Man will be available as a free update for PlayStation players of this September's upcoming Marvel's Avenger game. And he will be available in early 2021. That's awesome, you think. We're getting Spider-Man. Wait.
Hell yeah,
PlayStation
we are.
only? Oh, yeah. PC and Xbox One players? Fuck you, Crystal Dynamics and Sony say. You don't get you no Spider-Man. It's obviously this is something that sparked a lot of criticism. We've talked about it before on this show. Willie, I think, has had conversations with me on the side before about console-specific exclusivity, why it's not necessarily a bad or good thing, rather. There's a difference between a game being exclusive to a console versus a DLC pack or something like that being exclusive to a game. So obviously it's a move that sparked a lot of criticism. Social media kind of eating these guys alive. The announcements were made in a blog post by Crystal Dynamics. They offered no insight or reasoning as to why PC, Stadia, and Xbox players are going to miss out on this exclusive content. And near as we can tell, though it hasn't been said, it is not timed exclusive content. It is only Spider-Man coming to the PS4/5.
The most gripping thing about that sentence is they're acting like Stadia is a thing.
Sort of.
Wait,
Is.
Stadia? No,
No
it's
one's
not.
fucking paying for that shit.
There's some people that are.
Like 4 of them. There's 4 people paying.
Did it actually get released fully yet?
I think it's out of beta now.
So it's actually like an official product.
Yeah, it's an official product.
I want to know the numbers of that.
Yeah, I would
Why
like to
wasn't
know
that in
too.
the video game consoles? Where is that listed at right now?
The Stadia
Right.
is the fucking Zoom.
It's listed as an asterisk. Stadia, yes, it's a thing.
Supposedly.
That's all.
So
Oh my
going
God.
back to the Spider-Man news here. So some people are thinking, is this some weird deal that Marvel and Disney made in regards to the movie rights? Nobody knows there.
No.
But let's keep in mind that while Sony had the exclusive rights to the Spider-Man
Willie loves
game,
to say no, but he doesn't know. You haven't read the fucking contract. None of us have actually read the contract.
Near as
Quit
we
acting
can tell,
you
it is
know
not.
what's in the contract.
It's Sony movies department and Sony games, just like in their Sony technologies with the TVs and stuff like that. Those are like they're the same parent company, but they are very separate businesses.
Yes,
Like
but Sony Entertainment has an exclusive rights to the Spider-Man character,
In
and
movie-
this game
the
is
movie license.
representative of the MCU Avengers.
no, it's not.
no,
This is not
at
the
all.
MCU Avengers.
This is exactly what they're trying to do, but not make it look like the actors.
It's not
'Cause
the
they're
MCU.
making it the
This-
MCU fucking
No,
Avengers.
this is not the MCU.
I know what you're saying, Bachman. I know what you're saying.
Well, so the
I don't
Thor
like the
in
way
this
you're
game
saying it.
doesn't look like the Thor from the movie.
It looks like it a
It's
little
not,
bit,
but
but
it's
it doesn't
also
take
not
place
the
in the
Thor
MCU. It's not an MCU
No,
game.
Yeah.
But it's trying to be the MCU without looking anything like the actors.
Well, okay,
They're trying to get
what it looks
fans
like
of the
to me-
movies to play this game. That's
It
the look
looks
they're
like-
going for.
It looks like it's what Ultimate Alliance 3 should have been.
Right. Which had
This looks like
Spider-Man
a-
in it, by the way. And
Yeah,
Miles
on the
Morales.
Switch.
Yeah, on the Switch. That was a console exclusive, though. I don't have heartburn really over console exclusives.
Oh yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
God, I'm so disappointed in that game.
Yeah,
it
it
was a
didn't really.
downgrade from the previous 2 that came out 10 years before.
Right?
That's sad.
I mean, mostly the combat. Like, come on. Like they had combat combos that you could do, like by pressing like different light attack and strong attacks in different orders. You did different things, like you could trip your enemy, you could stun them, you did different things. It wasn't in Ultimate Alliance 3. They took that out. You could grab your enemies and throw them, or if you're a Hulk, you could just grab them and start smashing them into other people. You can't do that in this one. It's like you just took away another feature, and it's just like bare bones. Either you press light attack or you press the strong attack, and it's just like that's it.
Yeah, it's
It
not
doesn't
very
combo
deep.
into each other or anything. It's like, oh, great.
That's sad.
Yeah, so they're getting
I have no
Spider-Man exclusive to PS4. Okay. It's only one character pack. It's no big deal, except for the fact that I pay the same price for the game that you're getting, but you get more than I do. So I get 5/6 of the game, and you get a full game, for instance.
Well, I mean, I guess because it is a live game, you do have a point to that. But my counter argument, which I guess doesn't matter since it is a live game.
Mhm.
You know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
You guys know a live service game like Overwatch is constantly, all the upgrades and stuff are free for it, but they get their money from microtransactions, which, once again, Overwatch, their microtransactions I'm okay with because they do it right. It's not over intrusive. You don't really even have to do it because you get enough loot boxes from that game that you don't ever have to buy any, really.
Yeah, and it has no bearing on the game itself.
Yeah, but I understand with this one, since they are just releasing it as free DLC, all characters are going to be like free DLC, right?
Yes, including the Hawkeye character that's
just-
going to drop.
Yeah, which it's Hawkeye. I kind of want a different character, but whatever.
There's more coming down the pipe. That's just the first one they announced. Then the
Like
Spider-Man stuff came
one
out.
that's actually like, oh, okay, like Hawkeye, like, okay, sure, but then Spider-Man, like, okay, now we're getting
Hey,
a
but-
character. Like, let's get some Wolverine in here, motherfucker.
You know what we found out, though? Spider-Man's not the only exclusive thing that Sony's getting on Marvel's Avengers. It's not just that. They dropped a trailer, which I haven't had a chance to watch, that they called, let me get the title here, PlayStation Advantage Video for Marvel's Avengers, outlining why they're better. But here is the partnership that they paid for. PS4 owners will get unique community challenges every month through the 4th of April. Be able to purchase legendary outfits 30 days earlier than players on other platforms, in addition to some of this other content they've gotten. It's dumb.
Eh.
It's dumb stuff.
Well,
but
okay, that point right there, that goes back to like the PS3 and Xbox 360
Right.
days, because that's remember Call of Duty came out. Call of Duty and Microsoft, they were all buddy, like they got stuff a month ahead of everyone else.
Well,
with,
and,
like,
then
the
and then
DLCs.
Sony did it with Destiny. But what we're talking about here is something that is
That's all.
a product of the past. We're in a state now
Yeah.
where it's a more open gaming world. Like Phil Spencer, the guy who runs Xbox, is like, I feel like you should be able to play what you want, wherever you want. I don't care what console it's on. He's well known for playing Destiny, I believe it is, on his PlayStation. The guy that runs Microsoft and joins in with groups and does runs on there. This just seems so backwards to me, which is, hey, we've gotten to this world now where you play Rocket League online regardless of your system with all your friends. You play you play Fortnite or Apex Legends regardless of what system you play on. You're all together. But now if you want to play Spider-Man, sure, you can get part of the experience if you play on one of these other consoles. But if you want the full experience, you can only get it on this system. It's bullshit.
Now here's a question: since we don't know yet, they haven't announced, or we don't know if it's going to be cross-platform play. Would you just be seeing as Spider-Man on Xbox being playing with you or PC? You know,
My assumption is if you were playing a multiplayer thing and it was cross-platform and someone selected Spider-Man, they would do what they'd done for Destiny, which was you could buy, I don't remember what they called, or wasn't buy, there was a DLC pack, there was like a compatibility pack, they called it.
yeah.
So that, I mean, I could be remembering this wrong. There's some game where they did this, where there's a compatibility pack. It might have been Borderlands, where if you didn't buy the DLC but wanted to play with someone who had, all the guns would still show up because you had that compatibility pack downloaded. So
Yeah.
my assumption is
Yeah,
they would have
I
to
think
do
they just-
something.
I
Yeah,
think they
just
just
like
changed
Dead by
that.
Daylight. You don't have to own the killer, but you might face that killer because
Yeah, like they
it's
do it now,
in the
where
game.
it's just updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the game.
Like it's not.
so-
There's no longer compatibility. It's just done with the updates. You're going to have it down, regardless if you own the character or not. Talking about Dead by Daylight, particular that point. But yeah, it's already on there. Like so, you can always go against them, but you can't. You get to pay to be
Right.
them.
So my understanding or my assumption would be if it is cross-platform play and you are partnering with, say, your friend who has a PS5 or PS4 who has Spider-Man in their party, then you would use that compatibility pack so that Spider-Man shows up in your game and it runs like it's supposed to.
Now, like I said, I don't really. It's not really affecting me, the Spider-Man thing. So I don't really. I get your anger, but it doesn't affect me. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Well,
like,
but it sets an uncomfortable precedent. So here's the thing. I don't think this is
We
going to
did talk
happen.
about it. I agree with
but
you.
let's say that they then said, oh, if you want to play Deadpool, you can only play that on Xbox. And if you want to play Captain Marvel, you can only have that on PC. So nobody gets the full game experience then, is what you're saying. In order to get the full
Yeah.
experience, you have to buy the game 3 times in this hypothetical. Now, this is a hypothetical, mind you. Nothing has been announced about any other character-specific packs for any of these other systems. I'm playing a little bit about what if here. But it's a bad precedent.
As we're going forward, it's basically all of these systems are turning into nothing but a PC in a different box. That's all the differences between PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Which is
Your fucking
kind of a
box
good
is
thing.
different. Yes, and so we're moving closer and closer to everything being cross-platform, to where eventually we want everybody to be able to play everything together, no matter what system you own. So to me, this only makes sense from the company's perspective because they have to give you a reason to buy their system.
But it fucks over the gamers, is what it does. How many people are going to go out there and be like, man, I love Spider-Man. I got to buy a second console to do this now. Come on.
Well, you did it.
Okay, but not everyone. Okay, yes, I
Well,
did.
that's for the Spider-Man
I
game.
did, and I'm lucky in the fact that in the middle of a pandemic right now, I still work full time. I'm pulling in my full salary, and am luckily financially solvent enough to be able to do that. There are many people that are not.
Yeah, but they're not making their business decisions based on the fact that the world's in a pandemic. They're making their business decisions based on the fact that if people have expendable income, they will buy an entertainment system. What's a reason to drive them to our system? Like Xbox has to have a reason to get people to buy Xboxes.
As gamers, though, this
Sony has to have a reason to get people to buy PlayStation.
This is not the behavior we want. Take away, I play on this console, I play on that console. Like I said at the top of this, I don't care. If this was an Xbox exclusive, I would still be pissed because the simple fact of the matter is it's hostile to gamers. It is you don't get a full experience unless you buy it on this preferred console that we put on, not because of any technical limitation, but because this company gave us a crap load of money. That's bullcrap.
You know me, I like to understand the point, the point of like the opposite view I have. I like to I like to be able to see where they're coming from at the very least. You will have to admit, like, this is a smart business decision from a business standpoint.
From a business standpoint, I understand the reason it would be done. From a gamer standpoint, it's a bad decision, and it's a step backwards in time.
Even though I say I don't care, I do like say it is probably not a good thing, because it could start something, a ball rolling that can't be stopped. It gets worse and worse and worse. But I mean, I don't see it getting to a problem because this Marvel Avengers. I know it's like supposed to be a big game, but is it supposed? I don't know if it's supposed to be like the biggest game of the year. I
don't know that it necessarily is going to be either, but it's restarting this precedent again that we had gotten away from, that most people over the years had agreed this is a bad way to do business, which is everybody only gets part of the game because there's all these console exclusive little packs. There was a difference. Let's go back to Soul Calibur 2 generations ago.
I was just thinking, I'm used to it because I was a Soul Calibur fan and I only ever got to play the PlayStation characters.
Here's the trade-off, though. Everybody got something, so at least it's a bit more palatable then. This is, you don't get the full game unless you buy it on a PS5. That's exactly what it is. I am buying 90% of a game if I get it at this point in time.
And don't forget about Soul Calibur 4, where it had Xbox had Yoda and PS3 had Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is, and I still wasn't a fan of those back then, but at least everyone is getting something. It's still a problem of nobody gets the full game, but at least everyone's getting a part that makes it unique on their system. I'm more on board with that because at least there's a benefit to everyone. But here it's unless you buy it and play it on the preferred platform, F you is what it comes down to, is what it feels like. And I'm not the only one now. I know Reddit and Twitter is not a great indicator of how people are feeling, but it was really interesting to go through like the PS4 subreddit at that point in time. And there were a lot of people in there that went, yeah, I'm a PS4 gamer, but this is bad. This is stupid.
Oh, I agree. It is scummy. I will say that it actually has the same feel. I know it's something way different, but it has that same feel to it. Like remember back when it was a big thing on the PS3 and 360, like on disc DLC, when they had the DLC that they're releasing for money, but it was on the disc. If you remember, EA was
already done and it was printed on the disc. Yeah, but you couldn't unlock it.
Yeah, it was just then they just released it later on to just make more money. They already had it on the fucking disc. So I bought the content on this disc, but the full price doesn't get everything. You remember when games are so good? They had so many unlockables back on the PS2 and PS1 era. And everything was just there, and you could unlock everything. And then fucking Batman. I remember Batman Arkham the city one, Arkham City. Oh my god, the fucking costumes.
Yeah.
Like they were so cool and stuff, but I was like, well, one, you had to beat the fucking game first before you could even use them. That's fucking shitty. And two, it just seemed like why do you have to buy all this? Like what back on the PS2, this would have just been something you unlocked playing the game. Like this felt scummy.
Right. And you know what? I'd be more okay if it was just like, hey, here's some of these unique costumes are only available on these consoles. While that sucks, It doesn't really change the way in which you play the game. Like, if you watch this game and what all it's about building an optimal team to do things, to complete certain kinds of missions. If you're not playing on PlayStation, you don't have the same options. The game now plays differently for you because you don't have that character that can drop in there.
And I will say too, with the second part you pulled up, brought up the costumes available like extra month ahead of you said, right?
Yeah, I think it was 30 days ahead of time they were saying.
I really with the Spider-Man that just overshadows all. Like I don't care about.
Yeah,
that.
I don't care. I'm just saying
costumes don't really do anything. I understand. Like, I wish I could get it right now.
I completely agree.
Whatever.
I'm just saying it more shows they're doubling down on this kind of, hey, we're going to buy all this exclusivity for a game. At least in this case, I still get it at some point in time.
If that's all they did, that was exclusive, or it's just a month of like costumes.
Yeah.
They definitely would. You
and some community exclusive challenges and stuff like that, that I would be more okay with, because you're not changing the way in which the game plays and preventing me from having the full experience.
Note to future Chris, when you're editing this, I know you won't do this, but
then thanks for calling it out.
So when you start this news thing out, definitely re-put in the super dick mode thing, because that's.
I was going to actually go and do it. It's just we got distracted. So here.
Oh, you already done it.
Warning!
You are now entering super dick mode.
It's retroactive to the top of this segment.
There we go. Grandfathered in dick mode. It's grandfathered dick.
I mean, we're talking about dick mode, and we're having the alarm go off. This seems kind of. I never thought about it before. This seems a little off-cuff, if you know what I mean. Uncouth. There we go.
No, but nobody knows what you mean, Willie. Nobody.
Yeah,
knows.
No one uses the word couth or uncouth.
It's good for all right. Huh? So as we wrap up this story, because I could probably bitch about it longer. Full disclosure, I am an Xbox gamer primarily, while I do have a PS4. I like to think that I would still have the same issues if it were on the other foot, meaning this was only on my Xbox and not on the PlayStation 4, because it just, the whole thing rubs me the wrong way of locking content out from folks, especially when it's arguably one of the most popular comic book characters on the planet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because like you said, like if it was Deadpool on Xbox, would I care? And it's like, no, because I don't care if I played Deadpool. But if it was Spider-Man only on Xbox, it might bug me.
Like I would see your point. So, I would feel your same thing. Probably like, oh, that's just fucking scummy. Like, wow, fuck. Like, it would make me look at the game like, I don't know. Especially if Xbox players who were wanting to get it, they would probably made them like, I don't know if I want to get it now. Like, and I understand that point.
And my biggest concern is, okay, it's going to happen on this one game. I have yet to make a decision. I did pre-order this game, full acknowledgement, because I found a good price on Amazon at one point in time, and also because it gave me beta access. I'm going to play the beta next weekend. And if I have any doubts, I'm probably canceling my pre-order, because in part, it may not be as good as I think, and I'm not getting the full experience. I am leaning towards the cancellation side of things, just because I don't want to not have the full experience, and part of me is concerned about what this means, especially as we move into a new generation of consoles here, that we're reopening this doorway again to, you only get part of the game unless you buy it on this specific console. And I hated that when it was Xbox 360 and PS3. I hate it with Xbox One and PS4. And I'm going to hate it if it's Xbox Series X and PS5. Because it's, as a gamer, that is not the kind. I just want to be able to play the damn game. I don't want to be able to play part of the game unless I play on the preferred system.
Well, here's a hot take for you, since
hot take it for us, Willie.
Yeah, so I have played the beta, and if you very little. I wish I had more time to play this weekend, but just this weekend just got busy. Like all the other weekends, nothing. But this weekend, I had plans to do it, and it just got thrown out the window. But so I only got to play a little bit. Probably will go back into it after the show's over to play more of it. Bachman, I hope we can join up.
Yep.
But I will say, from my impressions as of right now, from playing just that little bit, if this news story makes you on the fence, the game is not good enough to probably make you look past it. If you're angry about the Spider-Man thing, you're not a PlayStation player.
I don't. I imagine you're probably right, but I want to give it a chance.
Try yourself for the beta.
Yeah.
Like, that's my personal. Like, just because I don't like a game, it could be the greatest game for someone else. Like, this it speaks to me personally. I like it. Everything just works for me. I get it. Like, I understand that. But
as of right
now,
we'll talk more about what I'm getting into, but yeah, I was just able to do like 10 minutes into the tutorial. I played 3 of the first 3 characters.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 feel clunky as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but it's also
I'll
beta.
give you that.
I mean,
And it's also
game
probably the play
controls
style
and-
of the game
yeah,
where you
play
have to
style,
get used
yeah.
to it.
Lots of stuff changes as you're going, and who knows outside of the tutorial once you get to the main game
And actually
you know,
customize things and
yeah, and change stuff. But yeah, like instantly in the beginning of it, I was like, oh, that, okay. I was like, you know, kind of feels like you're ham-fisting shit into the tutorial. I was like, wow, this is not a smooth entry into the game. But
And also, go ahead.
oh, that was it.
Oh, I was gonna say another little hot take since I've been playing. Like, I wasn't too impressed with the choice of Kamala Khan. I was like, oh, because I don't know too much of the character, but what I do know of her is like, it's pretty much she pretty much is Mr. Fantastic, right? Does she have any other powers besides stretchiness?
She actually has stretchiness and embiggening. She can actually grow.
Well,
so
he can do that too. I
no,
guess
he can just
Okay.
stretch. She can
Well,
actually
it's
be like
similar
80
enough.
She can be like 80 feet tall.
Okay,
But
yeah, but
her big thing is she really is the first hugely popular character of the next generation of Marvel characters
I'm
that
not
came
saying anything
in
bad about that.
and her. Well, I'm saying that's why they chose her. It's not specifically her power set. It's the fact that Kamala Khan was a character that was introduced as a fan of Miss Marvel and then ends up becoming an Inhuman. Doesn't know she's an Inhuman.
Is
Gets
she
hit
an
with the
Inhuman in the
terrigen.
comics?
What?
Is she an Inhuman in the comics?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
She's,
just making sure.
yeah,
it wasn't
she's always been an Inhuman.
disparities.
She was a character that didn't know she had, you know, the Kree. I think it's Kree bloodlines or whatever.
it was.
The people that get affected by the Terrigen Mist, comes out of it, realizes she has superpowers, and then decides to become basically the new Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel was her superhero that she was a huge fan of. And it's awesome because it's a character that, I mean, it's a Muslim character. It's a female woman of color character. It's a character that in the comic book was writing fan fiction about superheroes and then ends up meeting them.
That
and
comes
is
out in
completely
the
embarrassed
story
about
of
the
this
fact,
thing.
yeah, like she's online writing fan fiction about like
That-
Thor and Black Widow, and then
I thought
beats
they made
them in
that
the
up for the
comic.
game. Okay,
No,
that's
no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
straight
from
from
the
the
comics.
And,
all right.
and it's
And
a
I will
great
say,
character.
the
Yeah,
reason I
because
brought up this because she is actually a really fun character to play as.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I was surprised by how much fun she was. Like the people I've played so far, like they're all right. Like I'm a little disappointed in the character selection. I thought it was gonna be more available out the gate. It was just the 5, right? It's Iron Man.
they said
Hulk,
you'd get a chance to play
Captain
them all in like
America,
the intro level, and then like the
Black
next ones
Widow.
are locked down to like 2 characters each, I think.
But it's like it's only 5 of them from the release, right?
yes.
And I was a little sad about that. That's your selection, and of course Hawkeye comes like, oh, that's gonna be your first one. Like, I mean, I don't mind Hawkeye coming out. I wish they would just do someone bigger for the first one out. You know,
Yeah, they're doing
I mean, I thought-
Spider-Man.
I
That's
mean,
that's arguably the biggest thing ever.
that is the one, but that didn't come until spring. I wish that one was in place of, I wish Hawkeye was a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I mean, no
Sony
offense
sure
to
as hell
Hawkeye.
doesn't.
And sorry, Jeremy Renner. I'm sorry. You're pretty much the Cyclops of the MCU.
That's okay. He gets introduced to the new
But
female
better.
Hawkeye in TV soon, so that'll be fine.
But yeah, Kamala Khan was actually surprisingly probably the best character I've played so far. The more fun character.
Yeah.
The
I
more
mean,
funnest character.
One thing to keep in mind when it comes to my decision to buy also is that my backlog of things I need to play is really big still. So part of me goes, I could not buy this, wait 6 months, I'll probably be down to $20, and then I could play it then.
Yeah.
And you know what? For $20, maybe I could stomach the fact I'm not getting the full game because at least I'm not paying $60 for the full experience then.
Yeah, catch it on the holiday sale or next summer sale.
Mhm.
I know you won't do it, but a game that should be on your backlog is my game of the year right now. Is Ghost of Tsushima.
I do not disagree. And in fact, it is on my catalog of things I want to play. I just, however, do not own it. So this is also in that same boat, which is I can play some of those other things. And when I catch it on sale for like the holiday sales or something like that, then I can consider picking it up to start playing it. So
I'll
yes,
tell
it
you
is
more
on my
about it
list.
and what I've been getting into. I will tell you more about it.
I guarantee you it will be a $20 like PlayStation greatest hits game at some point.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna do that well.
It already sold.
If it has,
amazing.
Yeah.
If it hasn't sold that well already, it
It's
will.
like-
It's
Isn't like
so
the
good.
top selling new IP already?
Yeah, in all
I think so,
likelihood,
yeah.
somewhere in the next 6 to 9 months, I'll probably pick up that game when I catch it on a decent sale. But like I said, I've got enough other stuff I want to play, as well as some other stuff that is coming out in the next few months, that it's not necessarily the end of the world if I don't pick up some of these new recent releases and upcoming new releases that I've been cautiously optimistic for.
Definitely wait till it goes on sale, since you probably won't get around to play for a while. But
Yeah.
that game as well. Do you like the Assassin's Creed kind of format?
Not really, no.
Let's see.
All right. Do you like
2.4 million copies
do
in the
like
first
Samurai.
3 days? Fourth
like- this is
fastest selling
fun.
first-party original
How
intellectual
about the Far Cry?
property.
No, I don't like Far Cry.
Okay, it has the same format, where you go more of the open world and
Yeah.
open it up. But I mean, the story it's the story and the characters. So that's what the core of it is. Not so much that format, which is part of the fun and how you unlock. The world's beautiful as you just walk around it. Like there's no point to like to where you just you do this thing to open up this part of the map where you can see more. And it's not really anything like that, I guess, unless you take out the camps and stuff. We'll get into it later. It's whatever. It's a game of the year. 10 out of 10 game. Perfect score
Hey,
for me.
fair. I think we've
So what we doing
I
next?
think we have shared enough of our opinions on this topic. So who would
I'm sorry for your loss, Chris, about Spider-Man.
it's like I said, I am not concerned about it from a personal standpoint. I could buy it on PS4 if I wanted to. It's more the precedent
I
that
wish
is
you
starting to set
would,
up.
but that's just me. You know me. That's me being biased, though.
Let's see what system it's on sale on here in the next few weeks or months. I
Oh,
guess.
because you already play. Like, I'm going to cancel. It's not even a question. I'm going to cancel that pre-order.
No, I don't know. But in all honesty, I'm leaning more towards it, mostly because I've got a bunch of stuff in the back catalog and I don't like the precedent being set. So vote with your wallet.
Oh yeah. I'll give you that. Oh yeah. I've always been a big proponent for that.
Yeah. Vote with your wallet. That's what I say. Well, which one do you
Yeah,
guys want
like-
to go next with your news?
Madden's always like they took out a bunch of features. They're slowly putting them back in. Like, hey, this new system we got going. Like, you
Yeah.
fucking had this back on PS3.
Right?
Like, and then the people are not voting with their wallet. They're just blindly buying it yearly. Blindly buying it.
So bear in mind, there's different kinds of gamers than like what we are. There's some folks, all they do is play the same 3 games each year when the new version of it comes out. Madden,
Yeah.
FIFA, and
2K,
insert, yeah,
NBA.
probably NBA. And that's all they play. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to play games, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
But when you start looking at other folks, they're like, I like to play a lot of different games. So you're going to pay for the same thing that's almost the exact same game, but they remove content and add a couple little minor features that don't do anything. The fuck?
Change the
I mean-
player on the cover of the box.
Yeah.
I'm actually more okay with FIFA than I am with the Madden series, because guess what? FIFA has a competitor with PES, or they pronounce it PES. I don't know, but that PES games, like, because they don't have an exclusivity for the whole fucking the football league, the soccer, football league, Europe.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not saying American football.
European football.
Oh, football.
Football.
You playing the foosball?
Foosball's the
But yeah.
devil. Huh?
Yeah, but of course, Madden has that fucking exclusivity. Oh man.
Well, yeah,
God, that was the
they
worst
paid
thing
for
ever
that so that
happened to
Sega
that.
couldn't keep making the 2K games. And here's the kicker.
And that was
The 2K games were
Better.
better than the Madden
Better.
games. Yeah, the Sega 2K Sports Football that they did. This was a baller move when they did it. It was like 2005. It's been forever. They released
my
their new football game for $20 on launch day, or $30. I can't
I
remember.
remember that.
So
Like the
everyone's
last
like,
one,
I'm
too.
going to
Yeah.
play this instead of buying Madden because it's a third the price. And it was a better
it worked.
game.
And it worked too. They sold the
Yeah.
copies.
And notice that the next year, Madden and EA made a deal with the NFL to be the exclusive video game provider of the NFL.
Now that is worse than what Spider-Man
Yes.
is. It is way worse. Like,
Yes.
that means you just get stagnant.
Yes.
Like EA pretty much. Okay, they can release a shit game every year because people will blindly buy the NFL. Only place you can play NFL game.
Yeah.
Which sucks because no more NFL Blitz.
I loved NFL Blitz.
Blitz
Oh
was fun.
yeah.
Blitz was fun.
The arcade, back in the arcade too.
Don't
we had to
forget
pay for
NBA
a quarter-
Streets also that was out about the same time. That was the same kind of game, but it was just basketball. That was also fun.
No. All right, deep cut for you. Even like in the era of NBA Jam, I was more in that Looney Tunes basketball game.
Nice.
That for the
Oh.
Super Nintendo,
Yep.
yeah, that's why you throw a pie in someone's face and then steal the
I
ball
was all
from 'em.
about some NBA Jam.
Everyone
Played
loved
the
it.
I
fuck
never
out of
got
it.
into it too
Man,
much.
do you-
I never understood it.
Do you guys
Basketball games
remember?
always-
You remember the NFL Blitz arcade games that had the slot on the side
what
for
I
your
said.
N64 memory card, so you could
Oh,
put
yeah,
your N64 memory card in.
in my barcade?
Oh, wow,
they
I
have
didn't know
that
about
right.
that.
Yeah.
That arcade cabinet is in there, with the little thing is in there. And the one thing bad about that arcade cabinet, you have to pay for a quarter.
Yeah.
Like for a quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Like
you pay per quarter of the game.
Yeah, really, you put your money and you think you're gonna play the whole game. Then the quarter ends like, hey, add more money. Like,
yeah.
What? I got tricked. I got bamboozled.
All right, who would like to go next with their news story?
I can.
All right,
have you guys
for
seen Chinatown?
No.
Wait. Chinatown. Was that with? No, I haven't seen it. I was trying to think if I know of it at least.
So of the three of us, I'm the only one that's actually watched Chinatown.
Al Pacino.
That is correct.
Al Pacino's in it?
No.
Oh.
Wrong already. It's Jack Nicholson. Faye Dunaway.
That's
directed
right.
by Roman Polanski, considered one of the greatest movies of all time. Well, Roman Polanski's problematic now, but in 1974,
he was still problematic. He was
problematic, but people didn't give a shit. It was the 70s.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but yeah, it's on a whole lot of people's top lists, especially for noir films. Some people, it's literally listed in some ratings as the greatest movie ever. It is a fantastic film. I know Polanski is all sorts of problematic, but it is a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. It was nominated for 11 Oscars. Robert Towne, the writer, won for Best Original Screenplay. It was nominated for all sorts of Golden Globes, won a bunch of stuff. Just, a knockdown, drag-out, badass detective film. And then actually they did a sequel of it, The Two Jakes, where Jack Nicholson came back and did the same character. Great stuff. It's got, out of 285,000 reviews on IMDb, it's got an 8.2 out of 10. Like, it's really highly rated. It's a good fucking movie. They are going to do a making of Chinatown movie. And apparently Lorne Michaels of Saturday Night Live fame bought the rights to the book, and he is now teamed up with Ben Affleck to write and direct the movie about the making of Chinatown.
This doesn't seem like a fit for Lorne Michaels. It seems like it's out of his wheelhouse.
I mean, he produces a show.
He produces a bunch of things too.
But he mostly he's comedy, comedy.
Yeah, but he's also a smart producer, and apparently he was smart enough to nab the rights to the book.
Oh, I'm not saying he shouldn't do it or anything like that. It just seems. I mean, I'm all for seeing what he'll bring to it as a producer. I'm just it seems like out of his something out of his
out of his wheelhouse.
Yeah, well, I already said that. I want to try to say something different so I don't just repeat myself and go around in circles.
But
like a wheelhouse.
He is set to produce. So an article from the Hollywood Reporter: the Argo star Ben Affleck will also produce with Lorne Michaels, who initially nabbed the rights to the book. So the making of iconic Hollywood movie Chinatown is getting the movie treatment from Affleck with Paramount. Oh, so maybe AMC have a problem with it. It's Paramount. Oh no.
What? Wait, is Paramount owned by Universal?
Isn't Paramount Universal?
That's what I'm asking. I really don't know.
I think so. I don't know. I can't keep track of it all anymore.
It says Affleck will write the script and is set to direct. So, we're pretty sure he's not going back to Batman, guys. He's got another movie. He's already filmed one right now.
Batman.
I know.
He was all right to me as Batman. I never had a problem with him being Batman. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I like his gruffness and his a cynicalness. He got the Batman being cynical. He got that until Justice League when he kind of was more hopeful about stuff. But his cynicalness in Batman v Superman wasn't the problem.
No. But no, so they're going to direct The Big Goodbye, an adaptation of The Big Goodbye, Chinatown, The Last Years of Hollywood by author Sam Wesson, produced by Lorne Michaels, who had the rights to the book. It chronicles the making of what is considered one of the greatest American films of all time, made in a period where auteurs were bringing a unique authorship to the movie business. Let's see. From the publisher's description, which shows the key players in the behind-the-scenes drama, says, here's Jack Nicholson at the height of his powers, as compelling a movie star as there has ever been, embarking on his great doom love affair with Angelica Houston. Director Roman Polanski, both Predator and Prey, haunted by the savage death of his wife, returning to Los Angeles, the scene of the crime, where the seeds of his own self-destructive are quickly planted. Here is the fevered deal-making of the kid Robert Evans, the most consummate of producers, and here too is Robert Towne's fabled script, widely considered the greatest original screenplay ever written. Wasting for the first time peels off layers of myth to provide the true account of its creation. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of like Argo style, the making of a film minus the CIA espionage stuff. But Affleck writing, directing, this is the type of stuff that he can do extremely well. Apparently, he's currently shooting The Last Doom, which has resumed shooting in Ireland. So I guess Ireland, figure out their lockdown. So yeah, so he's finishing that, and then we'll, I guess, who knows, go where to do this movie. I don't know if they'll actually shoot it in Hollywood. But yeah, so we're getting a making of Chinatown, which honestly will probably drive a lot of people to go rewatch Chinatown, which, minus the Polanski shit, is a good thing because it's a great fucking movie. If you've never seen it, it is the most Jack Nicholson you've ever seen. If you've seen The Shining and you think you know Jack, if you've seen Batman, you think you know Jack, you ain't seen shit if you ain't seen Chinatown.
I will interject here. Paramount Pictures is owned by Viacom, and that's the only movie studio they own.
Oh, that's right. They're
CBS Viacom,
they do own cable networks like Comedy Central, CMT, MTV, so they got locked on the music television.
Yeah, so that's CBS
VH1,
yeah.
TV Land.
So it's CBS All Access when we're talking about the apps. That's them.
BET. Damn, they own all the music fucking channels.
Music.
Holy.
They don't actually play music on those channels anymore.
There hasn't been music on MTV in 20 years.
BET, MTV's all, that's the joke of it. But I mean,
and Willie, I want to check real quick. Lorne Michaels has 189 producer credits on IMDb. So yeah, he's been producing some shit other than SNL.
Okay.
Yeah. He produces a lot of stuff.
They also own Pluto TV? Huh. Man, they own a lot of stuff. Channel 5? Damn. I'm just surprised. I got to blow my mind away.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, world. Boom.
And he's back.
Before we toss things over to Willie's news, there's also a rumor going around that Disney Plus is going to revive X-Men the animated series. So keep your eyes on that, guys. Could be interesting.
What do you mean, like make like a new X-Men animated series? Is that what you mean? Or like a continuation of
of X-Men the animated series.
That I like that idea. Continuation of the old anime. That's a good idea.
So they did a virtual Wizard World panel this past Friday. The producer of X-Men the animated series, Larry Houston, confirmed he'd been in talks about a Disney possible revival, saying, "We've had talks, that's about it. We've made conversations, up to them to make the decision. But we've let them know we're all available for whatever they want to do in the future." When asked if he'd return to revive the series, he said if we could do a special one-off episode or part 5 or 5-part episode, whatever they wanted to do, if we had the original team, that's what I'd come out of retirement for. So there is talk that X-Men the animated series could be revived on Disney Plus. Do I believe it? This is something that sounds really cool in a con setting where guys like, hey, we've talked to them. But just because Disney's talked to you doesn't necessarily mean Disney's going to do it, is what we need to realize. Especially when there's also something to consider that Disney not making a bunch of money right now because they can't release movies. People don't want to go to theme parks because they're scared.
Well,
so Disney...
Well, that's the whole reason why they would do it, as Kevin Smith has noted, that animation is the only shit you can work on right now.
Well, you can start filming movies again.
Animation studios are in other countries, and you can do the voice work from home.
Well, not exactly true. They've also started filming, like refilming or continuing filming on most of the movie and TV products.
Now, them continuing the story of the original animated series, that's interesting to me. I'm not sure if it would work, like off the top of my head, but at least it's interesting enough to catch me.
I want a continuation of X-Men Evolution, to be honest.
I do not. I did not enjoy that.
X-Men
really
Evolution?
Came out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, when I first started watching, when I was in high school, I think when it came out, was that right? Am I right in that, Chris?
I want to say it was in the early 2000s, so we'd have been in high school, yeah.
You were 2003 or 2004?
I was class of 2003.
I was 04. I should have been 03, but I was born like a couple days after the cutoff date for when I could join it. So I was like one of the older people in my class.
Yeah.
Because I was just outside the date. 3 days, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was class of 03, and I think it came out in 2000 is when it started.
It was 2000 to 2003.
Now, this also brought in a memory for me, and I'm not sure if it's a right memory, so help me out with here. Wasn't back in might have been like the Spider-Man cartoon, like the was it the 60s or 70s one? Was it Didn't they have like the X-Men come into it and
there was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was a different cartoon that had him in Firestar and Iceman.
Well, I meant I know that was a separate one. I know if Iceman
X-Men showed up in that one.
But wasn't there one where like the X-Men like showed up. I'm out in the Fantastic Four old cartoon. I'm not talking about the 90s. I'm talking
about the one where Wolverine was Australian.
Yeah, that's okay. So that was a thing. I wasn't sure if I was just misremembering.
Yeah, no, it was a real thing. I can't remember if it was an offshoot of Spider-Man or if it was a separate cartoon. But yeah, there was a late 70s, early 80s one, and yeah, the X-Men were in it, and Wolverine was Australian instead of Canadian.
And hold on a second, they brought it full fucking circle because Hugh Jackman's Australian. Holy shit! I just put that together.
Willie just blew his own mind.
Hello, world.
Joker here. That's what you sounded like right there.
I'm not trying that. It's a little bit different. I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't even thinking that. That's just the voice that came out. Like, you gotta have a feel for it, man. What feels right?
You got a feel for being the Joker. It sounds like.
That's what I picture when a dick's like ejaculates. Like,
just take your news. I don't know how to segue off of something like that.
Oh,
Willie, do your news.
Do your news, Willie.
You'll take my news, baby.
You.
Yeah. So my news is, a new game just came out Tuesday, called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is the full title, but we'll just go with Fall Guys because that's easier and simpler and to the point. This game, let me describe it a little bit first. It's pretty much like Ninja Warrior. If you remember that show MXC, that was always a good one. Or,
Most Extreme
like
Elimination Challenge, is that what it was called?
Yeah, where they dubbed over the Japanese, was it Tashi's Castle, I think it was called? Or something like that.
Something like that.
I think that's what it was, and they just dubbed over it and they called it something different. Or like Wipeout. Pretty much, it's like that, but you start off with 60 people all running the course at once. And only a certain amount of people can cross the finish line before everyone else is eliminated. And it keeps going through, like, one game, so you get all the way down to where only one person can win. And then they call that whole grouping of games until, the full 60 till it's down to one, an episode. So if you win the episode. You get a crown. Mm-hmm. It is so much fun because it's so much chaos just running around. And you're just trying to outrun people. You're like little jelly bean people. It looks super like kiddie and cartoony, but most people I play with, they said that and they're like, this is too much fun. Like, adult men, like even older than me, like they're like, yeah, it's fucking fun. And we all play it. It's fun as hell. They're into it because it's just chaotic fun. So this game was actually, I saw it announced that it was free for PS Plus coming up, like when they announced like the new games for PS Plus, like when the week before it comes out. I saw it, I was like, okay, I don't know what that is, whatever. And then I saw a YouTuber play it, Omewrecker, who I've also seen play Dead by Daylight and other games. I like his personality. It's funny. And I was like, wait, this game he's playing, isn't that what the PS Plus game is going to be? Oh, and it gets released Tuesday? That's the Tuesday's release date? Oh, okay. That's what this game is. It looks super fun. And I was super into it. I saw it the Sunday, that gameplay, right before the Tuesday. I was like, I cannot wait for this. And Tuesday came around. I was there when the store updated. I even had to click off and click on again because you could go to the page, but you couldn't download it yet. It wasn't like fully updating on the server. I was waiting for it. But I was there as soon as it downloaded too. I was waiting to play it. The bad news, for some reason, I don't know how they didn't expect the amount of players that were going to be playing straight off the bat from release is astounding because you agreed to the contract with Sony to make it free for PS Plus. Every PS Plus person is going to have free access to it and can go straight into it. Their servers were not really working. They could not handle it.
You think companies would be more prepared for that? Like, yeah, if every person with a PlayStation can get on your game, your servers better be fucking ready.
Willie, what's the name of that game again?
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I hope I'm getting that second part. I think that's what's called. I just like Fall Guys. That's all I really see it as, Fall Guys. But yeah, so the servers, at least on the PS4 when I was experiencing it, they did take them off so they could kind of work on it to be better. I don't know what they were doing, but they took it off not once, but twice during that day.
Damn.
Because, once in like shortly after it got released around like 1, like as it got around 11 o'clock Eastern.
This is a Devolver Digital game.
Yeah, well, I know I've heard that name, but I couldn't place anything else. What else did they do?
They've done, crap, it's all escaping me. 1 second.
Because I couldn't think of it. I know I've heard of it, I couldn't place it. And I was like, I don't know. But as you're looking that up, yeah. So the servers were down for the PS4 at least servers. It's only released on PS4 and Steam as of now. I don't know if they have any plans to release it on Xbox or Switch. I mean, Switch is online. Is a joke.
It's
so
terrible.
Yeah, on the Fall Guys
online
main
only.
website, they only show the PS4 and Steam icons.
Well,
So-
I don't know if they have any future plans, but yeah, this is online only game. You can't even. I wish they have it so you can practice all the different, like they have like 25 different games that they'll randomly select while you're doing an episode. Some of them will only pop up when you have a certain number of people. Like it always starts off like a race version. There's a couple different race maps, and it always starts up with like a race map because then you could have everyone doing it. And then once you get lower down, there's some team games where it does have a big problem now because I hate if it does team games if there's an uneven amount of people, like an odd number of people, and so one team will have more people and another team will have like one more person or sometimes even more than that. Like, what the fuck are you doing, game? Only do team games if there's an even amount of people, but I wish they would just change that. Team games are a little whatever because I've lost a couple times because my team is just sucktacular.
So going back to Devolver Digital, started putting stuff out in 2009. The Serious Sam series is all them. They did Hotline Miami.
Oh shit! That's why
did,
people talking on the subreddit about Hotline Miami.
Yeah, that's huge. They're listing here Hotline Miami 2, Bro Force, which is a game I really like.
Bro Force, yeah, I play it. Trust me, I was playing it before you did.
Mother
And I
Russia
enjoyed the shit
Bleeds.
out of it.
I'm not sure you've been playing that game
never
since
heard that
before
one.
I did. I've been playing that game for a while since it
You
came
know,
out.
fair
almost.
enough. I wish we could play together.
I play on PC, and I have it on Switch also because I picked it up on sale there too.
Oh, it did get on. Does it have online on
I believe
Switch?
it has online on Switch.
Is there on? Yeah, you can play online on the PS4 because it does local or online. It does. This game does have a battle pass, but it is completely free. You just start the game and you're already in it.
Nice.
You don't have to do anything else. Click on it. You just earn points. It just does it, which is good. They are doing seasons like a live game. And they do have lots of different costumes you unlock through it too. All of it's really easy to unlock. The hardest ones, you have to earn crowns to buy the costumes. And the only way to get crowns is there's some in the battle pass you unlock at certain levels. You get one crown. The only other way to earn a crown is to win an episode. I'm not just to toot my own horn. I understand this game. I get it, and I have won quite a few of the episodes. Not gonna lie, some of them I've lost by some bullshit because some of the rules of that final one. Because there's only a handful. Like I think there's only 3 different versions of like the last final round. There's like 3 different games. They're all very different ones. My favorite is Fall Mountain because it reminds me. I'm sure you, or at least you, Chris. Do you remember Nickelodeon Guts?
Yeah, Guts was
It
awesome.
reminds me of the Aggro Crag. And it's my favorite one. That's why I wish I could go in and practice them because I would just run through that multiple times. But no, the only way to play them is to play online and go through it and just go with it. But once you start learning them, it clicks in and it's so fun.
So the game's on PC already, evidently, because it had more. Eurogamer posted a link or an article saying that on Steam, Fall Guys is currently more popular than big budget blockbusters such as GTA 5. For GTA Online, Rainbow Six Siege, and Destiny 2, with over 121,000 concurrent players at the time of the article's publication. Fall Guys is Fall Guys is the second most popular game on Twitch 2, with more viewers than Fortnite, Call of Duty, Warzone, and Counter-Strike Go.
Did it not go to 1 at one point?
When this was published on the 8th of August, it did not. It said it was second only to League of Legends in terms of viewer count. So it very well could have. I don't know.
I thought I saw on the release day it did go to number 1. I thought I saw that. I could be very wrong.
It very well could have after they published that article.
Well, that article was published. You said the 8th. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
It got released the 5th, 6th?
Wow. Yeah. Right now, there's 180,000 people watching people play Fall Guys on Twitch.
And how many people are still playing Anthem?
Yeah.
On Twitch. I was kidding.
Last time I saw it was 8.
Bachman, I've been meaning to tell you this the longest time. There's
50 viewers right now. It's having a good day.
There's one person on my friends list. I don't even know where I friended them from, but they are every time I see them they're playing Anthem because I go. They're like their name starts with an A or a B, so they're up top. Like when I go start going through.
Yeah.
And they're still playing Anthem. Like I think of you every time I see that. I was like,
I'm honestly meaning to hop back in sometime this week because I've been seeing a bunch of videos lately, and apparently they finally went back in and messed with the RNG in the loot pool. And I've seen a bunch of people finishing a mission, and the chest will open up, and 8 legendaries come out instead of doing 30 dungeons to get 1.
Yeah.
So apparently they finally fixed the fucking RNG. So.
Was that game a success or a failure? I'm talking about just money wise. Did they sell enough copies for it to be an alright?
It was a failure.
It was a failure.
Yeah, it did make it back. The original reviews were so bad it did not sell what it was supposed to.
I wasn't even whether or not it was a good game. I wouldn't mean that as a failure, but the money wise. Yeah, thank you for.
Yeah, it did not make enough.
So going to Fall Guys here for a second, I pulled up their Steam page right now. It's a $20 game on Steam for PC.
Yeah, it's 20. Sorry, I should mention
there's a big notice at the top. It says, "Notice, we underestimated the number of jelly beans in the jar. We're working hard to increase server capacity, but please be aware that matchmaking may be up and down during the launch window." So this game is hugely popular right now.
Too.
They're probably using the same servers.
All right. Since except for that very first day, ever since then, it has been much smoother. Every now and then, when you hit X to try and join into a match, it will say connection to server fail, and it'll kick you right back to the main menu. But you just hit X, and usually right after that, you'll find a game. It's super quick to find a game because how popular it is. People are doing it. They do have there is still a problem with partying up with people. You party up with 3 other people, your friends and stuff. How that works, you're still working against each other to win the whole thing, but when they do team games, they will put you on the same team. So that's something good. But you still are kind of working against each other. And so I'm always I always tell my buddies when we're playing, I hope I'm coming in first, but if I don't, I hope you do. Or if I don't make it, I hope you do.
Because there could be only one.
Yeah,
it's still Highlander rules.
And something that I'm not gonna lie, this has pissed me off about this game. There is one trophy or achievement on Steam that is I don't know how anyone's gonna get it. I mean, it seems like it's plausible, possible. Not for me. It's win 5 episodes in a row.
Whoa! Yeah,
I have never won 2 in a row. I have won 1, and then I came clear because if you get one of those team games and the rest of your team are just they just fuck off and don't do anything, or if you're on a team lesser team, they have a little Rocket League type a team game where it's soccer, but you got jelly beans are trying to knock into it. There's team. A lot of times that it's uneven teams. And then it seems like it's always the yellow team always has the less amount of people than the blue team. It's always blue and yellow in that mode. And sometimes there's 4 different teams. They're all different colors. I'm never going to, I've looked on it. It was at 0% for the trophies for that one trophy. Now I see it's at 0.1% of the players have got that, which I'm guessing that's just one person. I think if one person gets it, it's 0.1%. Even if it's 0.01%.
Yeah, in a game like that, winning 5 in a row seems mathematically impossible. But eventually it would happen. Eventually,
I did win one on my first day, and it felt nice. It feels good when you actually win one. Now, Bachman, I hope you're going to start playing it at least sometime. Super fun.
I downloaded it. Yeah, I've had a couple of really bad headaches the last few days. I was I am not ready for the chaos, because I looked at the video and started playing. I was like, oh, I can't fucking play that right now.
But at least it looks fun though.
It definitely looks fun.
And it's only 3 buttons.
I can't do that shit right now.
You only have to know 3 buttons, and one of them you don't even use most of the time. It's just of course the move stick, which I'm not counting as a button where you move your character. X is the jump. I'm sorry, it's cross button, even though it's X. Everyone calls it X button. Is the jump. Square is the dive. So you could usually jump and dive. That's pretty nice how the dive works. Is wherever you're pointing your character, even if you're in the middle of the air and your momentum's gone, if you try and turn around in the middle of the air, you'll still dive forward a little jut, wherever you're pointing, which is nice. So I like that fact. And then R2 is grab. There are some games where at any point in time you can actually grab somebody and kind of pull them. Kind of being dick to them.
Isn't there a Hungry Hippos game where you're grabbing marbles?
There's Egg Scramble. That's one of my
Egg
worst.
Scramble?
I hate that game so much. That mode, that game mode. I hate that. But yeah, you do hold. There's another one. there's like 2 different ones where it's called tail tag, or I think there's like 3 different variations of it depending upon team or solo. But where a certain amount of people have tails, and the only way you'll get to the next qualifier next round is to have it like pull someone's tail off, and it's like a little raccoon or cat tail, a fluffy tail. So it's kind of like it's like a way to know who's it in tag, pretty much.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, and so although the servers, there is some lag. I don't know if it's just their servers being still overrun or if it's just, connection or whatever. I have noticed I have to be right on someone to pull their tail off. And it seems like, and then when my tail gets pulled off, they're like 5-6 feet behind me. I'm like, how the fucking server lag bullshit. Yeah, like
well,
I'm
if there's
sure on
that
their
many
screen,
people
they're on
playing
me, but not on mine.
If there's that many people playing it right now, there's probably a lot of server lag. While they're trying to figure out how many servers they need to run.
It is
Which
not.
they should have figured that out with PS Plus, though.
It is not cross-play compatible right now. They were saying that could be coming in the future. So PlayStation's on PlayStation and PC's only PC. And there are currently no stated plans to bring it to Xbox or Switch. But I wouldn't be surprised if it did end up there at some point in time.
Oh yeah, the popularity it's getting, I'm sure. Like, do we want some more money by doing minimal effort? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got it running on PC, it's relatively easy to port it over to Xbox at this point in time. I imagine that would be a good Game Pass candidate, too. Just get a fat stack of cash for Microsoft to put it in Game Pass.
This will also tell you to be telling, too, if Ghost of Tsushima wasn't a thing, this game would be my game of the year. It would be.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Just because of the fun factor. Fun factor alone.
That's impressive.
Like, yeah, this would be my game of the year, but no, Ghost of Tsushima, you can't. That's still the crowning achievement of this year so far.
Impressive.
Sucker Punch knocked it the fuck out of the park.
Is Ghost of Tsushima what you've been getting into?
Well, I'll get into that when we get into it. Hey, Chris, when are we getting into that?
We are going to get into it right now as we wrap up the show. We do one last segment called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and or nerdy things we've been getting into, so that maybe, just maybe, you might want to go check them out yourselves. Let's toss things over to one Willie.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to let you finish. But
Thanks,
I do want to
Kanye.
say, that was the rare triple setup segue. Bachman started it, then me, and then to you, Chris. That was
it would have been great until you Kanye'd it.
Yeah, until you killed it.
I want to acknowledge that how like that was that, and it was natural too. That was not forced. We didn't plan that shit.
Nope.
I'm amazed by that, and I want you people to share in my amazement. Feel my feelings, damn it.
So
make me.
Willie Nelson, what have you been getting into?
Oh, I'll go first. That's a surprise. So since I last talked to you people, I have beat Ghost of Tsushima. Not only did I beat it, I have the platinum trophy for it, which for you only Xbox players, trophies, achievements, same thing, but the platinum pretty much is like an extra achievement. Let's just say that if you get all the other ones, once you unlock the last the penultimate one, then you get that the platinum. It automatically just goes. So I got.
He's dying over there, guys. He's dying.
Sorry. I don't have corona. It's just smoker's cough. Trust me, I know that feeling. I would know once you have it, you know that feeling, right? Right, Bachman.
Mm-hmm.
You back me up on that. You know the feeling of smoker. This is like like a cold cough and a smoker's cough.
I'm glad I haven't had that in like a decade or so.
Oh, yeah, I'm too. But I knew you would know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. I remember it.
All right.
Don't miss it.
Yeah, so I got the platinum trophy, and I'm going to say right now, it's an easy platinum to get. I would say to people, it's not hard, but no, it really is just easy. There's no trophy that's missable where you have to play it a second time, because then once you beat the game, since it's the open world and everything, it just kind of pulls you back to like the rest of the island where it's all unlocked and everything. You go in, it doesn't close you back out, kind of like Fallout 3 did. If you beat the game, you can't just go around. You have to do everything before you do that last mission. Which, Fallout 3, fuck you. Fuck you right up the asshole. That's why New Vegas was better.
Wow.
I mean, I can't personally say that because I never played New Vegas. But I mean, am I wrong, Chris? Did you play both of them?
No.
Which one did you not play?
I did not play New Vegas. I played Fallout 4.
Okay. I've heard like New Vegas is so much better even than 4, even I've heard. That's what I've heard. A lot of people are adamant about that, which that fan base is nice. But yeah, you can go throughout the rest of the island and do all the rest of stuff like the collectibles and everything. You can, or like the Fox Shrines, the hot springs. You can all go back and find them all. Some of them were kind of hard because there's 2 of them. 2 of the things you find on the map. They are weird because they're the 2 outliers. Because all the rest of them just show up like as question marks on the map if you've like explored the area enough. They'll just show up as like question marks, and you're like, oh, you go to it, like, okay, and it says what it is, or you figure out what it is. 2 of them, you have to talk to people, and it's like the only 2 missions that aren't, or the like you find the collectibles that are like that. The rest are not. And I was like looking for everything. Like, I thought I collected everything. There's no more question marks. I'm looking around like, did I miss something somewhere? I'm looking for a question mark.
You could also just set the wind to whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, no. These you can't do that to. Those 2 you cannot.
Oh, those 2, the wind won't take you there.
Yeah, the only way they'll actually start up is if you walk next to the person. Oh, they'll say, "Oh, Lord Sakai." They'll start up, and then you'll have the R2 to speak to them. They won't show up on the mini map or anything. They'll have like a little icon by them after they say something to you. Like one of them was a haiku that you could write haikus in the game. You go like gives you like 3 choices for each of the lines, and so you make your own haiku with like a total possibility of 9 choices. Which, whatever you do the math of what that equates to, what 9 to the 3rd power, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, man. I do dick jokes. You're like, hello, world. Don't come to me for math problems.
I would never come to you for math problems, Willie.
We won't, Willie. We won't.
Thank you. I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a very easy platinum to get. Very easy. Bachman, you can get it.
It'll be my 2nd platinum then.
Oh, what was your first Spider-Man? Okay, all right. Yeah, Spider-Man wasn't a hard one either because there's nothing missable in that either. But it was also enjoyable too.
The only hard part about Spider-Man was getting the Taskmaster challenges on gold under the time because some of those were a pain in the ass. Just for the distance between the enemies. Fighting the enemies wasn't bad. It was the distance you had to travel while they were like coming in to attack you because you couldn't make them come in faster.
Well, I had to quit one of them. I'm not doing it. Fuck this. I ain't doing this again right now. Because I was like 4 points or whatever it was, or like it was like a ridiculously.
I had one. I did over.
But it was like
I had one of them. I did over 10 times before I got the gold on it.
But once I got like I was just right there. Like I was only like just a slight amount of points away, like a minuscule amount. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I was like, fuck you. Fuck you, Spark. And then have you played much? Did you do the DLC?
Spider-Man? Yeah, I did the whole Black Cat. Yeah, I completed the entire everything and then started the second playthrough.
3 different ones.
Yeah, I did all of it on my first
so
playthrough.
A lot of people did not also hated that, like the Taskmaster ones, the screwball challenges.
See, I thought those were pretty funny. Because Screwball, I liked her in the comic, and she is an annoying pain in the ass, and so it fit. I liked it.
Yeah, if you follow the subreddit, like that's one of the running jokes. People like just like fucking hating on Screwball. So much hate for Screwball.
It's a reality TV supervillain in a Spider-Man universe. Yeah, she wasn't annoying as she was supposed to be.
I like the idea, but I've never liked playing like the score attack challenges, stuff like that. I never liked stuff like that.
Stuff like that can be hard sometimes.
Like time challenges, stuff like that. I hated time challenges. Any mission that has a time limit, I hate. Like for any game. Like
those and protect missions too. Escort missions, I hate those too.
Yeah, escort missions suck because the person you're escorting is always stupid. No
matter
how good the AI is.
Escort mission is the devil. The devil.
Yes. Timed escort mission should not be allowed in any programmer's language.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it, especially like when the escort like is a person and they're just walking the slowest possible amount. And you're just trying to have to stay with them to protect them, and they'll be like, "Dude, do you mind picking up your fucking feet, motherfucker?"
Yeah, like there's machine gun fire coming at your head right now. Move, motherfucker.
Yeah, they see someone charging at them, and they're just walking still slowly, just looking ahead, like, "Oh, I see him coming for me. I ain't moving."
Yeah, the ones where they make no change at all. They're just gonna walk this route no matter what happens. Yeah, those suck ass. I don't think anybody likes escort missions. They're just there to aggravate you.
I think there are some escort, I will say, well, Last of Us is one giant escort mission, but I mean, the first Last of Us, because you're Joel with Ellie. I know there's some variation in that, but that's the main game is you're Joel with Ellie. They did a good thing. It does take you away from your immersion from the game because Ellie, like the enemy AI, they can't see her, like because your companion AI, they try and follow you, but sometimes they click around and stuff. I mean that was it takes out your immersion because like obviously the enemy would see her right there. But I mean, would the game be fun if that was a possibility for them to see it and then start attacking? Sometimes you have to take fun factor over realistic.
I like all of the dual AI stuff that they did in Ghost of Tsushima, where you're either running with Lady Masuta, or the chick with the bow and arrow, you're hunting down her husband's killer,
which are something different.
No, the dual people where it's you and somebody else, like where you're either following her or she's following you.
Yeah. All those side missions are fucking fantastic. Those
you're riding your horse alongside somebody else. Like, all of those are designed genius.
No, they do that the best. Well. You the person you're riding with, like if you have to follow them to a certain location, they match your speed.
Yeah.
And so many other fucking
You
games.
can turn off the road, go grab some bamboo out of the bushes, come back to the road, and they will match you and be on the road where you are.
Like if you slow down, they'll slow down with you. Like there's so many games where they walk a set pace, and it's either slower than just you pressing forward, not your full run animation, but just you pressing forward is slower than that, but it's slower than your slow walk, or it's faster than your slow walk. It's like you can't match your speed. It's like you're always like jutting, stopping. Like, why do you do that? That's immersion breaking right there.
Yeah, the way they did it in fucking Ghost is so well done.
Oh my god. And I'm also going to praise it one more time. The load times. Have you noticed that? How quick the load times are?
What load times? I can't read them. I can't read the tips because I have a PS4 Pro.
And
like
even a regular
they load up a screen and then before I could read the tip, it's gone. It's done.
It's just as quick. And this might blow your mind. They are artificially elongated too. Without quick,
so you can try to read the tip.
Try to, even though it doesn't work, like you still can't read the tip. But it could be even faster. But they purposely made it a little bit longer just so the tip screen wasn't just like a full waste.
Yeah, that makes sense because if it just flashed by, it'd be even dumber.
And that surprises me, because it's already super quick. And it loads into for how much it has to load in right away. Like that's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, the load time on that game is fantastic.
Like this feels like I'm playing on like what they talked about, like a solid state drive on the PS5. They always talked about that load time on that. Like it feels like that. Oh my god! But other than that, Fall Guys is great. Play some Fall Guys, guys. If you have PS4 with PS Plus, definitely play it. If you go on Steam, get that definitely. And if you're on PS4, find me, send me a message. If you're not already my friend, we'll play it together. We'll fucking be little jelly beans together. Let's do it.
Is that what you are? Your jelly beans?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like that's what people call.
That's what they call it in the press articles I was just reading.
Yeah, and there's so many cosmetics too. Like it's so varied. Like
I noticed it's about getting different costumes and hats and stuff, right? So your characters all look different.
If you don't wear like a costume every time, you can change like your pattern in color scheme. You can change that. Nice. It'll also be underneath your clothes. Like sometimes they show it. Some of them like fully cover you so you can't see it. But yeah, some are like they already have a shit ton of cosmetics. Awesome. I did personally go in and buy the DLC packs for costumes. There's two of them out. I think one's $4.99 and one's like $9.99. I was like, this game deserves it.
You like it enough you've already dropped $15 on a free game.
Yes. Well, it's free for PS Plus.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was free for you. It's free for me.
Yeah. Well, because you pay for PS Plus, so it's not technically free. But I understand when people say. I'm not against people saying it, unless they're saying you got it for free. You can't say nothing like, well, technically I didn't get it. When they say something like that, no, it's not free.
For us right now, it's basically a free game. But you're saying you liked a game that you didn't have to pay extra for enough that you already dropped $15 on it. That's a good review right there, that you're willing to buy cosmetics.
If it wasn't for Ghost of Tsushima, this would be my game of the year, and they deserve that $15. Nice. Like, I want them to continue this. Like I said, it's going to be like, they do like seasons they're going, and apparently from what I hear, they're going to release like 2 or 3 get new game modes each season. I wish it was more than that. Not gonna lie, but like for variations of what you can play in it.
Well, don't forget they're all working from home too. So
I don't know that. I haven't actually physically seen the people that make this game and how they work on it.
I'm gonna bet they're working from home.
I mean, working from home as a game developer probably is easier than a lot of other jobs doing it because you just have to make sure you have a good enough.
Depends
computer.
What your distractions are at home that you wouldn't have in the office.
Exactly.
That's fair. I wasn't even thinking that badly of developers, man.
No. That's not what I meant.
No.
To clarify, what I mean there is like if you've got kids aren't going to school, so now you've got the kids need my attention. If you're at work, you're only dealing with your kids when you get called because there's an emergency or something like that. Same thing with pets or significant others and things like that. There's a lot more distractions. Speaking as someone who's pivoted to fully work from home since March, so it's been, good Lord, almost 5 months I've been doing it now. At first I was like, oh, this is going to be great because there's no distractions. No, there's distractions. It's just a different kind.
And I will quickly I have two more things. I did fully watch. I finished off Umbrella Academy season 2. I was not expecting the story to go that way from how the first season ended. Like I didn't think it was just going to be all that. I'm not going to say anything, but I was like, huh. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. It was just something I did not expect it was going to happen. I mean, I enjoy. They still has the same humor. I like that. I would put it like it's in the same vein as The Boys and Misfits, even though it has that same dude. Oh God, I can't remember his name from Misfits and Umbrella Academy. Klaus from Umbrella Academy. I can't remember. Robert Sheehan. I think it's Sean.
Yeah, Robert Sheehan.
Yeah, I love that guy. Where everything is, he's in that. If you remember that movie that didn't do well, Mortal Engines.
Oh yeah.
He's like the main lead. He's the main male lead in that. The female lead is the main protagonist, but he's like the male that comes in. That's the main reason why I bought it and watched it was because he's in it. Yeah, I was like, because I want to. He's such a good character, person to watch. And then the second thing, I haven't watched it yet because it's not coming out, but the trailer made me really excited for it. It comes out this Friday on Netflix, Project Power, with Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch it. Pretty much what I took from the trailer is there's a pill that will give you superpowers for 5 minutes. What superpower you get is unique to you. Like every time you take the pill, you get the same superpower, but it's unique to everyone. Gets something different. It's unique to them.
It's DNA based. Your DNA will decide what superpower you have, but anybody that takes the pill gets a superpower.
Like I'm surprised that Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are starring in this Netflix. Is it a movie or show?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. So it's just Netflix probably bought the rights to it, or they're producing it.
And I say, it's disappointing because I was wishing for more. Like I didn't know either way.
If it does well, you might get more because I'm pretty sure they're talking like a sequel to Extraction, some of those other Netflix specific movies at this point in time.
Extraction, that wasn't really worthy of a
but
sequel.
it did well. So and people like Hemsworth and the Russos.
We'll do a prequel.
Yeah, it was Hemsworth and the Russos. Yeah, I think they've already greenlit a sequel to it.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, it's an all right action flick. But I mean that was.
People like fun entertainment. It's why we saw online that they're doing John Wick 4 and 5 back to back, the filming of them, for instance. So
I saw that on Reddit. Spoilers. Worded so weirdly.
Spoiler alert: John Wick lives through 4. You're that, or as one of my Twitter followers put it, one of my Twitter followers was like, he could die, and John Wick 5 could be him fighting his way out of hell. And I was like, I'd watch it.
Oh, John Wick goes to hell? Fuck yeah!
I'd watch the crap out of that if John Wick fought his way out of hell.
Yeah, so I saw that little factoid on Reddit. I saw like the headline, the main thing to click on, and the first line was like, "John Wick 5 is confirmed." I was like, "Wait, John Wick? Did I miss a John Wick 4 or something?" And later on, it said, "Will be filmed back to back with John Wick 4." I was like, "Why do you lead with there's going to be a John Wick 4?"
Because we already knew there was a John Wick 4.
Well, I mean, we'll say that first.
John Wick 4 was greenlit.
And then 5 is back to back.
Yeah, but that was greenlit like a week or maybe even before John Wick 3 came out.
Listen here, you son of a bitch. You know what I'm trying to fucking say.
I'm saying you need to have your fingers on the pulse of pop culture instead of firmly up your ass.
It's on. I get my pulse from the vein of my dick.
Oh, that was gross. I was going for a friggin' Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back reference Willie.
No, Mallrats and then Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I'm sorry. I'm allowed to reference both.
Well, I know, but give your due diligence to history.
That bastard's faster than Walt Flanagan's dog.
All right, I'm gonna go next with my stuff because I'm gonna go quick because we spent a lot of time.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Tell him, Steve Dave. Stuff I've been getting into. I saw that Harley Quinn hit HBO Max. I've watched the first 3 episodes of it.
The cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Or the movie?
The cartoon. The first 2 seasons.
The movie's not called Harley Quinn.
Well, it is.
But it is also on HBO Max, I believe. I bought it, a 4K version of it, for like $4 digitally on sale at one point in time. I just haven't watched it yet. But I watched the first 3 episodes of the Harley Quinn cartoon. The first episode, I was like, man, they're really trying to go hard for shock value and a bunch of this stuff. And then I put myself in the right mindset, which was treat this like a cartoon on Adult Swim. And once I put myself in that mindset, I was like, okay, this is pretty fun. Don't treat it as a regular DC cartoon like you're used to seeing. I was like, think of it as Adult Swim. And I was like, okay, once I'm in the right mindset there, I'm having a lot more fun with it. So
it's less mature with like trying to be like adult oriented, kind of like the Suicide Squad animated movie, but where they were like, it shows people sleeping together. Like these characters are sleeping together. It's more like dark adult humor is what you're saying.
Yes, with also over the top language and violence, because Harley Quinn kicks a dude in the knee and you see his knee fracture, blood spray, and like his bone poke out of the side of his leg. So they're not pulling any punches. There's
a very fine line if to get that right. Like sometimes it's just obnoxious. Like you just tell you're just doing it to try to be over the top, and that doesn't work.
And it's interesting.
That's what I would think that show would do.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten over the top, but it's toeing the line. If you have HBO Max, I'd say check it out. I really enjoyed Alan Tudyk as the Joker.
Oh,
that was interesting.
Tudyk's the Joker. Nice.
I'm pretty sure it's Tudyk.
Do you have any more points about Harley Quinn?
Go ahead with what you were going to say.
Oh, no. Well, I was going to say, since we mentioned the Birds of Prey movie, I will say about that, if anyone's curious about it, it's pretty much Deadpool, but just Harley Quinn as Deadpool, but without the meta jokes. That's pretty much the Birds of Prey movie. Birds of Prey are the side characters. Harley Quinn is this. Why they even called it Birds of Prey in the first place, I will have no idea.
Because they made it seem like it was a Birds of Prey movie at first, and then changed their mind on us.
It's not my Birds of Prey. My Birds of Prey is that WB show that came out in the 2000s.
I got that on DVD.
Don't watch that.
But the voice cast has been interesting, though, in the Harley Quinn show, because you've got Jim Rash, who is the Dean from Community, as the Riddler, and it worked pretty well.
Oh, really? No, that's more Joker. Damn it.
Wayne Knight is the Penguin. Alfred Molina is Mr. Freeze. Ron Funches is King Shark. Ron Funches.
Funches is King Shark.
Ron Funches is doing it. That's funny, y'all. That's a good Ron Funches. Holy shit! I didn't know
that wasn't bad. Christopher Maloney is Commissioner Gordon, and he's just Commissioner Gordon who's kind of just gone batshit crazy.
Is this pre or post his daughter getting raped by the Joker?
Post, because it gets referenced in episode 1.
I was just doing a joke. Yeah. I didn't think it was actually serious. Can we just make this not a thing? That'd be cool.
Yeah, so Alan Tudyk's interesting as the Joker, and they spend a lot of time in episode 2 making fun of Bane, who talks like Bane from the Nolan movies. It's actually kind of entertaining.
You don't say, Batman.
Yes, I don't say. Other stuff I've been getting into, I've been watching the final season of Football in Last Chance U on Netflix. I think I'm about halfway through with it. What? Mostly it's just background noise in the kitchen when I'm cooking dinner.
What is this? I've never heard of this. It's called Football?
It's called Last Chance U. But
I thought you said about football.
This season is the final season doing football. They've done 5 seasons about football. It's going to be a basketball show after that.
I really don't know what it is. Is this like a reality show? I don't know anything about it.
It's a documentary series. It started... basically what it does is it goes to the community colleges that are playing football. And the first season, they went to a place that was called Eastern Mississippi Community College, which was affectionately known as Last Chance U, because if you were a Division I player who got in trouble or had grade issues, a lot of them transferred to this community college to try and get their grades fixed and show they could either have talent or be a good team player. And their whole goal is to play that season and then transfer back into a D1 school. So that's why they called it Last Chance U. It was people's last chance to play college ball. So it's primarily... Yes.
Oh, so is this I don't know even why I make this comparison, because I've never seen it and I don't know if I even fully understand what it is. Is this like 30 for 30?
It's kind of like it's in the same vein. It's a documentary series.
I don't know what really 30 for 30 is.
30 for 30 is a series of sports documentaries that ESPN does. This is
kind of like that.
Yeah, this is a documentary team in beds with the team for an entire season, and they have access to the locker room, access to behind the scenes stuff, and they basically film and do player interviews and recount everything that goes on, and then at the end talk about what players were able to successfully get into what Division I schools and things like that. The first 2 seasons they were at Eastern Mississippi Community College. Seasons 3 and 4 they were at Independence College in Kansas, and then this season they're at Laney College in Oakland, California. It's interesting. They're not doing football after this season. They're shifting over to doing basketball instead because they wanted to try and change up the formula. I enjoy the show, but I like football a lot, and this is scratching that football itch that I don't think I'm going to have anytime soon. Also, I'm nearing up.
Oh, it might be. Oh shit!
I'm nearing the wrap up of my Babylon 5 rewatch. I'm up into season 5 finally, and then been playing a little bit of Dragon Quest 11. I haven't played a bunch of video games this week. I just haven't been in the right headspace for them. But that's what I'm.
Wait. Dragon Quest. Yeah. I thought you were saying, what was it? Dragon Age. For some reason, I thought that Dragon Age.
I mean, I do like the Dragon Age games. They're fun too, but.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that for a second. I was like, wait, Dragon Age? What the fuck did that come from? Dragon Quest. Yeah. Sorry.
But that's what I've been getting into. Bachman, wrap things up for us. What have you been getting into?
I've been slow playing the hell out of Ghost of Tsushima because I don't want it to end. I just finished Act 1.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Yeah, I've finished Act 1.
So you went to Canada?
Not
Castle
quite.
Canada. Canada is spelled with a K. It's like, but I hear Castle Canada. Yeah. I always hear Canada first.
Then, speaking of Canada, I don't know why I just felt the need to rewatch some monster movies. So I watched Kong Skull Island, and then I rewatched the 2014 Godzilla because I want to watch Godzilla King of Monsters. But I watched the first one first. Yeah, the Bryan Cranston and Quicksilver, Aaron Johnson, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Evan Peterson. Or
nope.
Is it Evan Peters? Is that his name?
Yeah, Evan Peters.
Okay. Let's make sure.
The 2 of the 3 actors in Kick-Ass that became Quicksilver.
Yeah, sorry,
How would you
Clark
like to be the one guy in Kick-Ass that didn't
Clark
get to be Quicksilver? Yeah, the poor kid.
Or are you talking about? I guess technically, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, McLovin was a bigger role than Clark Duke.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was the 3 friends.
Of
the 3 friends became Quicksilver. Rewatching that, and I totally forgot that the jump master when they do the Halo jump is Jared Kiso, fucking Wayne, from Letterkenny in Godzilla. That was one of his big roles. He was in the Godzilla movie. Yeah, and fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson goes walking up to him like, "Oh shit, it's Wayne." I totally forgot he was in the Godzilla movie. So yeah, it was awesome. Rewatch that. Yeah, fucking Kong Skull Island still just fucking kicks ass. Credits to credits. That movie is so fucking good. Like it's got to be possibly my favorite like remake reboot of anything ever because it's just, I mean, the whole everything's set in Nam. You got all the fucking scientist shit. You got John Goodman. You got Sam Jackson, fucking Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston. Like the cast is amazing. The fight sequences are awesome. Yeah, he's the tracker.
That much.
Yeah, it's got Loki.
Shit, that was him. He had a different haircut. It's weird seeing with not the long, greasy hair.
Yeah, it's got Loki, Captain Marvel, and fucking Nick Fury all going after King Kong. Like, it's fucking great. Yeah, so I'm going to rewatch... yeah.
I love
it. Then I'm going to watch King of Monsters probably later at some point. Because, I bought there was a deal on Vudu or the Google accounts where you get the whole bundle of all 3 movies digitally for like $28. So not bad. Get all 3 of them.
Bad.
So yeah, pick those. Yeah, because I thought I'd bought Kong Skull Island, but I either lent it out or I lost it at some point because it's not on my movie shelves. So I was like, "Fuck it." I know I didn't buy those other 2, so I just said to hell with it and bought a digital bundle of all 3. So yeah, rewatch. Yeah, Kong Skull Island's awesome. The Cranston Godzilla, it wasn't as bad as I remember. It was actually because I didn't hate it. Like the Godzilla fight with the Mutus wasn't bad, but it was there's so little Godzilla in that movie. I can't wait to rewatch King of Monsters because there's so much Godzilla in it. And giant monster movie. I want giant fucking monster. I want more Godzilla.
Well, I was disappointed in King of the Monsters myself.
I loved it because there were so many monsters.
How it was described to me first, it's like someone said it's all monsters fighting the entire movie. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. I'm surprised they went with that. Like, I'm happy about that. Now I watched it, like, It's not that at all.
Oh,
there's a lot of middle ground. Like, I mean, there's a lot of fighting too, but it's not as nowhere near the amount I went in expecting because someone put that in my head. And I wish they never did that.
Yeah, they fucked up your expectations because I just wanted more Godzilla after the 2014 movie, which is exactly what I got with King of Monsters. Was a lot more Godzilla, so I loved it. Yeah, so I'll be rewatching that. I did. Yeah, I downloaded the Avengers beta. I literally got like 10 minutes in the intro this morning because my fucking logging into it was a pain in the ass. So yeah, like Thor felt clunky, Iron Man felt clunky, Hulk felt awesome. But like I'm still in the tutorial. I haven't even finished. Like I literally got to the point where you turn to Captain America and I hit pause. Like so, I haven't finished the tutorial yet. I haven't played all the characters. But I mean, and also it's a beta, so it's not like I'm giving my full review on the game yet. I'll give it a good couple of hours of playtime this week to see how I like it, see what's working, what's not working.
This week. It's only this weekend, and then next week.
It turns off after the.
They're doing the weekend bullshit. God, I hate betas like that.
Either
give me the fucking beta or don't give me the beta.
That's so they can make changes during the week. It's probably in part to do multiplayer stress testing.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like that's what this is about, though. It doesn't feel like that because.
I honestly think they waited too long to do the beta at this point in time because the game comes out in a month.
I think it's just like a little bit of publicity. Beta. I think is what it's really for.
Well, or
like
stress
a demo.
Testing. Yeah.
It's pretty much a demo. That's pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the beta build of the
servers to see how many people are actually going to play on it.
This is probably the gold. This is the gold version of the game that's going to be printed out and everything because it's coming out next month. less than a month, right?
Correct.
So September 4th?
4th, I believe it is.
Yeah.
My memory is on point today. God damn.
I started that. I'll do some more of that this afternoon, and then maybe afterwards I'll do some Fall Guys because I downloaded it, but I haven't played Fall Guys yet, and it does look fun.
I'm gonna make that plan with you. We're gonna play some Avengers when you get to that point because I think you have to do like that little beginning mission, and then you have to do another part with Hulk and Kamala, and then it opens up like where
you can actually do multiplayer.
Where you can go up and choose the different missions, and then have people join in with you. After
cool.
That.
Yeah.
I think you have to do
that point.
You can do it that first mission though, and then they have to do a solo second mission, I think, and then it's weird. Although this is, of course, it's not it's not the straight through game you're playing. It's like taking out chunks a little bit to get you to that point. It seems like because there's a lot of story. You're like, what's going on? Which this is just a beta. It's not you playing through the story. It's just you to get the play style of it and everything.
Yeah, so and a lot of betas do that where it'll jump around a bit because it's not going to give you the full story. Because then, like, why would you play the game if you get the whole fucking story in the beta? Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll do that, and then I'm looking forward to they did the release for the Apex Legends Season 6 trailer, introducing the new character Rampart and Sheila, her gun, which appears it looks like her ultimate is basically a turret that she stands on that just goes crazy. Huh?
Torbjorn? Toblerone?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a Toblerone. But they're also introducing a crafting system. So it looks like there's going to be some actual serious changes to the gameplay in it. And in the video, it showed what appears to be one-way digital force fields. The way that I always said fucking Gibraltar's force field should be. You should be able to shoot out of it, but it blocks incoming stuff. Because during the video, it shows Bangalore shooting through an electronic shield that's blocking bullets from hitting her. So from just the video release, we haven't seen gameplay or anything, but they've showed the Volt is the new gun, Rampart's the new character. We're assuming her ultimate's going to be her gun because her gun's in the video and it's the focus of the video, and the video's awesome. And then there's going to be a new crafting system and stuff. So I'm excited for the new season of Apex Legends. Yeah, when Season 6 starts, which I think is in not this Tuesday, but a week after that. So like a week and change. But yeah, that's what I've been getting into.
I forgot two things. If you don't mind me interject, two things popped up. Is that okay with you, Chris? I'm sorry.
Go for it. You're already on screen.
Thank you so much. I saw. I was just so I didn't hear. I wanted a response first. So I wasn't being a dick. Two things. Fall Guys, playing Fall Guys and Avengers, kind of the back to back a little bit. Is kind of fucking me up with the camera because of Fall Guys. I hope they change this in a fucking update because you cannot invert the Y-axis for the camera control. And I know I'm a filthy casual when it comes to that. I'm a filthy fucking bastard. I use inverted camera controls on the y-axis. It just feels right for me. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't be angry. It's just more options for you. I'm not saying you have to. Just give me the option to be able to do it, is all I'm saying. So try playing that. When I go back and try to play Marvel's Avengers, like back to my regular style, it feels goofy. Like, I'm like, no, I can't figure it out because Fall Guys has fucked me up on it. Like, goddamn. And it's not fun. Like, Fall Guy, like, come on, Devolver? Am I got that right?
Devolver Digital, that's them.
Yeah.
Devolver Digital. Come on, man. Why you should have had this day one. It can't be that hard to fucking patch that in. Let's do this.
We'll give it time. It just came out.
It's just invert the can't be able to do it. Like,
am I the only one watching like Zoom comedy shows?
Yes.
what is Zoom? You talking about the Flash character?
Willie just answered the
Zoom?
question for you.
Yeah.
With that
no,
comment.
I'm talking the thing that's like Skype like this, but like comedians have been doing comedy shows on Zoom.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Zoom. Yeah. The
What?
Okay, I thought you were talking about a show or something. I really
Damn
thought
it, boy! What the hell is Zoom?
I thought there was a show called Zoom or something. That's
Willie
why
just got older than me for a second. What the fuck? No, there was a huge one yesterday. Congratulations to All Fantasy Everything. They broke 1,000 people subscribed on their Patreon. So they did a Patreon only draft of rivalries, and there were over 500 of us in the chat watching the show live. It was fucking hilarious. It's the most I've laughed in a good couple of weeks, and it was just a ton of fucking fun. So yeah, congrats to them because they passed a huge goal, getting 1,000 people backing them on their Patreon. Apparently, it's how Sean Jordan makes a living now. So it's a great fucking podcast. I love it. The shit they draft is just hilarious.
And the second thing I want to talk about before we go, since you were talking about like you're missing sports, Chris.
Yes.
It just reminded me. I probably mentioned it before. I am still watching that. I forget how you pronounce it.
Marble
It looks
racing?
like it looks like Jellies. Marble.
Oh, the Marble Racing League. Yeah. Sponsored by John Oliver.
The Marble Olympics. It's not really Marble Racing. The racing is is like an event, but there are different events. Some of them you want to last the longest out of a course. Like whoever lasts the longest is the winner. Different things. It is still so entertaining. And I'm going to spoil some of who's in the lead right now as of so far because I think they have done. They've done 12 of the 16 total events for the Marble Olympics, and my team's in first. Still, they've been on top. The O Rangers, which they're orange O Ranger. I like how we did it. It's punny, but the first time I ever seen that Marble Olympics was back in like when the winter 2018 one started. Like that's when I first just showed up randomly in my my YouTube algorithm shit, and that's when I was like, I don't know why this is entertaining, but it is. It's weirdly entertaining, not oddly satisfying, but weirdly entertaining, and I highly recommend it. Just because the bouffanterie of it. Let's just say that's a new word for you, but you understand what I'm
not
saying.
A word.
You understand the context of it.
Bouffanterie?
Yeah, there's an announcer who's talking play-by-plays for these marbles. It's just all of it going into it. The presentation of it, like they have marbles in the stands behind like the main thing. It's so they even have signs for their team. Like it's so ridiculous. It's like it's just I love it. The bouffanterie, I love it. I'm gonna start saying it. # bouffanterie.
Oh boy.
You do it.
But, hey, it's better than some of the other ones I've done. Do you want to bring back the classic?
That's not really saying much. That's a pretty low bar.
I'm going to bring back the classic. # Dick Rave.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
I did. More like I repressed it.
# Dick Rave.
I had, thankfully.
Hello, world.
And now, sadly, it's back.
That's more Joker than what I was
The
doing.
Joker's Dick Rave.
Yeah, that was too Joker, Willie. You got to try again.
Well, Willie, I think you're just stupid.
I
Thanks,
hear
Naki.
your opinion. I just don't respect it. That's pretty good Mark Hamill Joker impersonation, is it not? I wasn't originally trying for, but it kind of just worked itself to it.
Well, it's certainly something.
Yeah, but highly recommend it. It's like I said, go through and watch it. It's so entertaining. Fuck you, Minty Maniacs. You're going down. You were in first. You took first place for an event or two. But now you're going down. You dropped off because you sucked at last event. Fuck you, Minty Maniacs.
All right,
Balls
then.
of Chaos, you're actually pretty cool in my book. Wish you were doing better. But Rangers, they're so close. I hope they get the win.
Well, on that note, though, Willie's preparing himself for the upcoming Marble Olympics. Hopefully, you can join Willie's new podcast where he's going to talk about each week's events at willietalksmarbles.com.
That is, trust me, that shouldn't surprise anyone. Well, it would be surprising because I didn't even realize this. There's other YouTube channels talking about this Marble Olympics.
Oh my God.
Like, because it's been going on for a couple of years. Like, they're just talking. Like, there's one guy who just goes like how to find your marble team, and he goes through all the like, hey, if you like these sports teams, you'll probably be a fan of this team. Like, and he does like some weird fucking history. Like, this team is like they're known for just being losers. It's like, oh my God, it's hilarious. Yeah, Oceanics, God, they suck. I'm not saying because I hate them. They really just suck.
Well, Willie, I'm happy to let you know if you want to start your own show about that, you could sign up for a free Anchor account, which costs no money, and willietalksmarbles.com is still available. A whopping $12 over at Google Domains.
How about Willie Gargles Marbles?
I'm not going to look that up.
That one might already be taken.
I mean, I like the double entendres.
Now, Willie, if you want to make it so that you could do a live show, willietalksmarbles.live is also available.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I had the proper equipment. Would I be able? Do you think I would be able to produce a show like that with just my setup?
Yeah.
All
you need is Audacity, unless you want to do a video podcast, which would take a little extra effort. But
whoa! How dare you say something to me? You have the audacity to say that to me?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, Willie doesn't even have Audacity.
Hey, my goofiness is part of my charm.
Let's see what else is available. willietalksmarbles.biz.space.
Oh, we're still going on this?
Okay. .club.biz. .online. willietalksmarbles.me.
I'm okay.
.ca.
For some reason, I don't know why. I have a weird, like, unknown, like, just hearing it. I have a hatred for it. I don't know why. For anything .biz. That just sounds like
.biz is available.
It uses a Z. Get the fuck out of here.
willietalksmarbles.biz is $15 a year, Willie.
Okay, well, when you say it like that and put that emphasis on the biz, I like that. Okay, I kind of like it now.
.biz.
All right, you changed my mind.
I think you need to get willietalksmarbles.live and you do a weekly live show where people can call in and you talk about marble racing and marbles fans.
I mean, as much as I like that idea, no one's gonna fucking call in. I know
I will call in.
You saw all the people I brought in when I started doing the show with you guys 5 years ago.
You mean all the people you drove out?
That was the point
I'm
of the
just
joke.
kidding.
I drove Naki out. Finally, took a while, but I did it.
He's now the new Naki because he got rid of the old Naki.
I mean, I'm sad that that's true. I mean, I know I didn't drive her, but you know what I mean. I'm not. This joke's making me very sad.
I'm sad too. Well, I don't know what you could have said that would have driven Naki away.
Shut up, Naki.
You shut up.
I mean, that could have done it.
There it is.
That could have done it. What about this one?
Damn it, Naki, don't be a dick.
We had a dynamic. I'm not going to say what kind of dynamic, whether good or bad, but we had a dynamic.
Sure.
You can't take that away from me. You look for your button. I know that's what you're doing.
No, I was putting it back on the right page so that I could.
Oh, okay.
So I could do the outro. No. I was flipping back to the outro because we're about to shut this thing down. A friendly reminder before we do shut down, though. We stream All Things Good and Nerdy live every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over at geeks.live. We did run a little late this week, but consider it an extended episode for all of our friends that we wanted to talk all sorts of geeky, nerdy things with you.
Don't sell it short. I mean, hell, we had a good episode here. I mean, we had some dick mode getting activated. We had some game of the year getting been talked about. That's some big news. And whatever the fuck Bachman was talking about, I don't fucking remember.
Something about Chinatown.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever. Jack Nicholls, who cares? Is he gonna be in the remake? Who the fuck cares?
Wow, Willie.
Whatever Bachman was talking.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
It's all good.
Somehow I hit a button when I changed the page to go and try and outro things. My bad, everyone. But we are shutting this thing down. Thank you so much to everyone who did join us. As we head out of here, you got any final thoughts for us, guys? Anything?
Let's bring back an oldie. We're not on the rails unless we're off the rails.
That's not inaccurate.
Apparently those kids that just listened to Phil Collins just did a new video where they're listening to Jolene. So I'm going to go watch that.
And on that note, we're out of here till next week. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, and see you then. Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.